Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 11 of the A-Listers, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here and we're here to review what happened this weekend as well. Let's not forget. Hey, so many things happened. Of course, we've got the Arsenal draw against Chelsea. Some Chelsea fans are treating it as a win. Not the Chelsea fan that's coming on now, but some of them are treating it as a win. It is what it is. Nothing we could do about that now. So anyway, that result right there. Manchester United scraping, and I mean scraping, past who did they even play? Sheffield. You get me? Brighton had Hamza trembling on his watch along. So let's see if today he keeps the same energy or he acts like it was easy. It wasn't. We all saw his reactions and we even made 3 WhatsApp stickers out of it, which tells you all you need to know. And Liverpool dominant win over Everton Football Club as per usual. Nothing new. Liverpool always dominate Everton. Anyway, let me just correct Abdi Has. First of all, don't ever disrespect us like that, talking about the best show on This is Football. No. This is the best show on YouTube, Habibi. Big up to you, Abdi Has. And listen, big up to every single person who's watching us right now. I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch this right now or on the replay. Please do not forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to This is Football if you're yet to do so. All these great guys, their channels are in the description, so please hit that like button, subscribe. Already 100 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Hit that like button right now and subscribe. Big up to Fatur for the super chat. This is you watching me right now. Hit this X button right here. Hit this like button right here. Big up to you guys. So let me introduce today's panelists. First of all, the guy who's a winner, a 3-point collector, that he's going to be alongside myself and the reason why we're late, top row. So joining us on the channel, he was actually kind of low-key stressed on the Sheffield United watch along, but he's coming in today to sit on the top row. He told Lewis bye-bye. It's been a lovely time, but he's on to bigger and better things. Of course, the general of This is Football, man like Staffy. How you doing, Staffy, man?
You know the thing about Lewis, bro. Lewis is not serious about his life. Let me just say it how it is. Lewis is the type of person, when you get motivated to go to the gym once or to study once or to do something beneficial once, and you're like, yes, I'll do this every day. But then 2-3 days you start slacking. That's Lewis. I told Lewis that. I said, Lewis, I'm on to bigger things. He tried to come with me. I was like, Khalas, Lewis, if you're serious about it, we can go together. And 2 weeks later, he goes back to the bottom row. And I'm sorry, Lewis, I'm too disciplined to go back to the bottom row. Listen, today you have a new partner down there. It's not me. It was real. It was fun. It was real fun. But as I said, Habibi, I'm on to bigger things. You can sit there and bottle the wins all you want. Khalas, I'm gonna sit here with my 3 points and it is what it is. But big up for having me. Big up to everyone who's here. I don't know how many people are watching, but every one of these people, smash the like button right now. Subscribe if you're new, and let's get this show on the road.
Big up to you, Staffy. So speaking of the bottom row, let's introduce the bottom row, guys. While Hamza, who's the reason why we're late, as per usual, he's always like 10 minutes ago. If I tell Hamza the show starts at 11:15, he'll manage to be here 11:30. Last week I messed up. I hold my hands up when I overslept, but that's the once in a lifetime. Anyway, so speaking of bottom row, let me introduce the home team first. Of course, this guy, he's probably been the angriest Chelsea fan over the last 48 hours because most Chelsea fans I speak to were happy with the result and stuff. He is not showing that Spurs energy. He's showing real football club energy. Joining us on the channel, of course, one of the realest content creators I've worked with, Chelsea fan represent here to talk about this football club today. Man like Lewis is in the building. How are you doing, Lewis, man?
Good to be back. Staffy, you are shameless for someone who is facing Man City on the weekends, but it can run. But when Hamza comes for you after you lose 3-0, don't come for help. Don't come for help.
Lewis, I can't even look at you right now. Listen, I can't even look at you right now. That's how ashamed I am of you right now. I can hear you, but I'm not looking at you. So I'm just saying, I'm on this journey on my own.
Don't be ashamed of me. Be ashamed of Robert Sanchez. You let us down, man.
Could I say?
I need my personal trainer to turn up. He didn't.
Sam, I'm gonna send you a clip. I'm gonna send you a clip of Lewis, and I
Mm.
need you to play this. But go ahead, finish your intro, and I'll send it to you. Because this was
Okay,
Lewis
okay.
after the game.
Okay, will do.
It's actually a
And
clip of Lewis, by the way. It's not a meme, right? It's actually Lewis. So,
okay. And finally, last but not least, of course, until the fraudulent professor arrives. Speaking of fraudulent, spoke crazy pre-game. Man United are more likely to lose to Sheffield than we are to not get a win at Stamford Bridge. For the first 75 minutes, he was about to get cooked and roasted. And he's now out here, of course, to represent Arsenal. You guys let me down, man. Joining us on the channel, of course, the man himself, Arsenal rep on the channel, back again. Man, like Egal is in the building. How you doing, Egal, man?
I'm doing good, man. You know what? It is what it is. These guys bottled a 2-goal lead. We came back. We almost even stole it at the end, but it is what it is. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. We just need to see better performances going forward. And Staffy, wallahi, you're the most shameless guy today. I didn't expect this from you. You know, next week when you're in the bottom row and we're all fighting for who's going to be top row, you're gonna say someone's please sit next to me. I don't want to be alone, but it's okay.
and what happens if I'm not in the bottom row next week?
If you win next week, wallahi, we're gonna all applaud for you. We're gonna give you
Habibi,
a
if I win next week, I need my own row.
Bro,
I'm not
if
gonna
you
be
win
bottom
next
row.
week, Emperor is welcome, and I want to see 51 excuses from Hamza. I love it.
Yeah. If that's the case, you should make a new layout. Put Staffy at the top. Leave us.
Yeah.
There's gonna be
You
a
know what? Just
pyramid,
have him
and
on
I
a
gotta
big
be the
screen,
head.
we'll all be on the side.
I'll actually do that layout and make sure that you apply it that day.
And you
I
wanna
can't
know
lie to
something?
you, Staffy. I just watched that video. I cannot play that because of the music. Still, I can't play that.
I
'cause
think
of
you
the
can
music.
play it because there's noise over the music. It's background music.
Can't. Yeah, I can't. No,
Yo,
it's
who's
just the
quick question?
music is too
Who's
loud.
going last
That's
today?
Nicky, I think it was. But
That's a
big
good-
up to
What a
you.
great video, bro! What a great video.
Yeah, that. I wish I could play it for you guys, but I can't. Big up to Fatur, who sends in a super chat, says so many twerkers for Tottenham tonight. Hussam, I see you attacking Flawless for twerking. Let's not act. I don't see you twerking for us for ages. I think this is just a shameless agenda. I'm not twerking for Arsenal. I'll be cooking Arsenal today as
he's
well.
talking about your old tweets because he sent them to me too.
Which tweets? Which tweets?
What was it? If Liverpool can't win the league, I want Arsenal to win it. Proper club, proper team, proper history.
Facts, because that's addressing Man City. Who's the more proper club, Arsenal or City? Let's be real. Arsenal.
Man City.
Oh, you're calling Man City
City
a
and
proper
treble
club.
winners. Come on. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I had a lot of drinks that night after the game.
What was that? After the Arsenal game?
Yeah, I was out with Don. Big up, Don.
Listen, unfortunately, there's music in the background, but basically, if you guys seen the video, if Lewis is going like this, you can already assume that he wasn't really saying nice things, but he was just a little bit jealous. And I wallahi, you know what I told him, Hussein? I was like, yo, just send me that phone number of the bar, and next rounds are on me. Like, how nicer can I be? I was like, Khalas, I'll order you the next round of shots. But for some reason, I was getting told to F off on all this. But him and Dunn, you guys let me down. Today would have been a fest. We would have been cooking Egal. Hamza himself would have been having a feast over Egal right now. But I have to sit here and say I'm very, very disappointed. I really can't look at you, bro. I'm just embarrassed.
No, fair enough. I get it. We let the whole show down. It is what it is.
Pearce. Fatur, I don't twerk for Arsenal. I don't. Staffy does twerk for Spurs, though. Big up to you, Fatur. Hussam, with the thumbnail, while you cut me out. Hey, I noticed you on the thumbnail. As soon as the goal happened, I'm like, yo, that's Fatur. I was on the watch and I go like, yo, guys, that's Fatur right there. Big up Fatur, man. He fully just ran onto Mudrik like when that goal happened. Big up to you, Fatur. Wallahi. Thanks so much for the super chat. Terima kasih, man. Big up to you, man. And finally, Omar says, the Football Terrace Spurs post game was better than Arsenal Fan TV. Enjoyed it. Hell, I watched some of that.
It was amazing.
Staffy told me tune in. These guys were having a win the league argument. Most delusional fan base on this entire planet.
Oh, yeah, I'm a roll.
No, I messaged Terry and I asked him, I was like, is that Alan's nan? And he said no. But
talk about winning the league. Come on, man.
I saw that was crazy, bro.
Grow up.
They had all ages there, so it was interesting.
Yeah. Look, guys, there's 250 people of you guys already here. We ain't even started yet. Hamza's on his way, so as soon as that fraud makes it, we will be adding him to this video, inshallah. So make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I will actually check Abdi Has if he's on a space, and if he's on a space, I'm gonna go and cuss him out on that space. But he's not on a space as far as I'm aware. So make sure you're liking the video, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Big up to Fatur, big up to Omar Rushdie. Keep getting involved in the chat. Slap off that like button. Let's just get this party started. So we have to start with Staffy because Hamza isn't here. We would have all probably started. We would have started with what's his name? We'd have probably started with Hamza anyway. If he was here, because this guy has the biggest agenda known to humanity against Arsenal Football Club. So we go to the guy who has a agenda against Arsenal too. So go ahead, brother Staffy. Talk to me.
I don't have agendas against Arsenal. I'm not you. You're the one walking around. You're a walking agenda. I just say things how I see it, and I say what I feel. You can keep the shamelessness to you. But as I said to Lewis, I can't even look at him because I'm embarrassed of how they let us down. We had an ultimate chance to cook these guys. You know, Hamza would have cooked. He'll be here soon to cook. I wanted him to get first dibs on Arsenal. But listen, man, I'm disappointed because it was our chance to say we told you so. I personally predicted a draw, you know, so technically I'm right. But I would have loved to have been wrong and see Arsenal lose because they just gave it the big in from the beginning. They kept talking so much. It gave me so many flashbacks of the Spurs game just to get the exact same result. Like how ironic it is, you know, saying there's no chance, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and you're deluding yourself to something that you're not this season. And yes, let me save it for you guys. I know everyone's going to send in super chats right now, and everyone that's going to be in the comments going to be like, pipe down, Staffy, your team is playing like shit. Great, because I haven't heard that one before. Very creative, very original. We're here talking about Arsenal because at least I don't hype up my team because I could sit here and say that my team is shit. But you guys can't say, well, your team is not shit, but your team is just not as good as you think it is. You know, you think you're going to come in and they're going to slap them 3 at the bridge. Oh, we haven't lost in the bridge for 5 years, this and that. Listen, we told you guys it's going to be a close game. At least I told you it's going to be a close game. I told you they can defend. I told you to create chances. And listen, it all started with a what was he saying? I keep it real, also Staffy Debbie over Salah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's what was told. You know, I mean, your name gives away what your message is about, but people are definitely going to believe you there. Anyways, back to what I was saying, and don't put this guy's comments when I'm cooking, please, because it just throws my train of thought off. You know, when I'm done, you can put his comments on. Don't interrupt me. Anyways, it all started with a mistake from the goalkeeper. If you're being very honest with you, they didn't smell blood until that chance. I mean, sorry, not that chance, that goal. So if it wasn't for a Sanchez mistake, you wouldn't have had this compact start because I'm going to be very honest with you. You kept the ball with no threat. And you can keep the ball, but they would have kept the 3 points. The inexperience let them down. They were. Let's be very honest. If they had a bit more experience on that pitch, and the subs that that Poch came on and did what they were supposed to do, they would have seen out the 3 points. Yes, they got a little bit lucky with the Mudryk goal, but for large parts of the game, they were the better team. They controlled the tempo of the game. The first half special, they didn't let you guys create anything. And I'm not saying this is the Chelsea of old, because they were better than this a few years ago, but it looked a little bit of they gave me glimpses of old Chelsea at home against a Big 6 team. So 2-0, we're all sitting here cruising, thinking that the game is going to end that way. Unfortunately, even Lewis spoke too soon. I actually blame you, Lewis, because you messaged in the A-listed chat and you said something about Egal, and then right away, 2 goals. So I kind of blame you for this, next to Sanchez.
This is no, we're not doing that.
I just you have to hold that because I remember looking at my phone, I see Lewis, and then I look up and then I see Sanchez giving away the ball. So it's kind of your fault. But listen, man, I'm disappointed because I wanted to sit here and make fun of Arsenal for gassing up their team. Everyone came at you guys with stats and saying you guys are not creating enough. You guys are not as good as last year. And all you guys are getting offended and sensitive when people speak facts to you. You know, whether it's me, whether it's Lewis, whether it's Spurs fans, whether it's anyone else, you guys just want to sit here and you want us to delude you guys to thinking that you guys are as good as last year. It was you, Egal, that told us that you and City should be in the same sentence. When you talk about City, we should be talking about Arsenal in the same sentence.
Yep.
Unless you guys didn't lose, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be that shameless, but you haven't been playing like City that won the treble last season. You haven't been playing like City that won 3 leagues. No, I know they haven't, but they can afford to have a slump year. You guys thought you're gonna get better than last season, or at least replicate what you did last season. And then towards the end, now that you have Rice and you have more experience, you guys are gonna see it out and actually win the league. And you guys actually haven't been as good as last season. You got some of the results. Don't get me wrong. Kudos to you, but the performance haven't been the same. You don't create clear-cut chances. You don't pepper teams as much as you used to. And this is how many times now have you conceded 2 in a game? I can remember this one. I can remember the Spurs one. I can remember the Fulham one. You guys weren't like that last season. So you guys actually took a step back. And now you're having conversations about goalkeepers. And when I sat here and I said you don't want 2 goalkeepers where you're going to get that headache and people are going to be talking about who should be dropped and who should start, you guys thought I was jealous. And you said, have you ever heard about depth? And I said, that's the one place that you don't want depth. You want the goalkeeper to know I am the starting goalkeeper no matter what. Raya's mistakes now are being highlighted, and I'm seeing stats coming out today that even with his mistakes, he still has better stats than Ramsdale. So there's already a division in your fan base that now there's Team Ramsdale and Team Raya. I thought you guys were team winning the league, but now we're having divisions on who wants which goalkeeper to start. And also to add to the midfield, talking about the midfields, now people saying Partey should have started. We're not creating enough chances. Odegaard, by the way, let's talk about Odegaard. Another big game where he looked like Bruno. I sit here and talk about Bruno, but guess what? I'm gonna give Odegaard the same level of talk here because he deserves to be talked about. Yeah, another big game where he's not delivering. When it's Bruno, I'm the first one to criticize Bruno, and I actually said that Odegaard is a better player than him, and I've said it so many times. But right now, how many games now has he ghosted in big games where you need him? By the way, he has the armband, so he has to give the same energy that I give Bruno. The only reason I'm maybe a bit harsher on Bruno is because he's my player and he's on my team. But it's time to start talking about Odegaard as well, because that midfield has gotten worse. You can control games all you want, but just like I said about the United game, if it wasn't for that Declan Rice deflection goal, that would have never been a 3-1 game. It was never a 3-1 game. 3-1 is a peppering. It means that we created enough to put that game to bed early. But people deluded themselves to think that 3-1 was actually a 3-1 game. It really wasn't. That was a 2-1 game. And the last goal just happened because we had to Hail Mary everyone up front to try to score an equalizer. So a lot of the cracks are showing. And listen, as I said, I don't want to treat it like it was it should have been a loss in my opinion, but I'm not going to treat it like it's a loss. But just the every Arsenal fan who thought you guys are going to walk to the top 2 again, or at least compete for the league, and all these people saying we're going to win the league and all that, and think it's going to be easier than last season because you went into the summer and you added a couple names and replicate exactly what you did. I think it's a reality check. You guys are waking up and you're seeing that there's people that are going to bother us this season. Liverpool look like they're going to bother us. Spurs look like they're going to bother us. I don't want to really put any like other teams, but so far, I mean, Villa's looking good. Newcastle's looking good. I don't think they're going to go all the way, but there's teams that are looking good. And listen, I'm not even going to sit here and give United props because we've been shit, but we're not even that far off. We could beat City next week, and we're only 3 points behind them. And it seems like it's the worst season we've ever had. So it's a long season for you guys, and I think Arteta needs to. I don't know what he needs to do, but he needs to do something.
Fair enough. Speaking of City, the head chef is here, ladies and gentlemen. He told us he'll be 15 minutes late. He was actually 28 minutes late. So Hussam made the ultimate late mistake last week. Hamza made it this week, but he's here anyway. So we have to celebrate the fact that treble winner, biggest agenda merchant, biggest fraud on the entire planet is here. Man, like Professor. How you doing, Hamza, man?
Put me up there, man. Put me up there.
I know.
Yeah. Take me down.
I can't control it. I can't control it.
Lewis, you need to go where you belong.
Bro, I don't want. I would have conceded top row to Egal if one of you two had lost. I didn't want it this week.
Well, sorry, man. Listen, I'm back, and I'm ready to smoke this fraud.
Tell them to like the video, Hamza. Tell them.
Like and share the video. Yeah, I got cooked last time.
Can you put Hamza in the middle? I want him to get the respect he deserves. Have him in the middle.
And I need an image of Egal. I need an image because last week someone made that. Was it who made that?
Oh, you need an image.
I need that image. I
You know,
need
you
an
know, you know.
image.
The problem is Hamza. I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is they both let you down. So I mean, sorry, Chelsea let you down as well. So they both have to be part of the image.
I have to.
So big up Vel, biggest
So-
criminal of this is football, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. It's back with another banger right here.
What
And there's
the
another one
fuck
before
is
Hamza
that?
speaks.
What the?
Raya and Sanchez made the mistakes this week, so we got a nice little.
Oh,
I am the tallest for once. Let's go.
oh
Up the shit.
my god.
We got a nice little visual. And
Oh,
before Hamza speaks, there's another visual I want to show you guys. I can't lie to you.
Fucking
My
hell,
guy Vel. Honestly,
No.
this guy
No,
Vel, man, always cooks.
you're a
Always cooks.
criminal.
And he cooks up a nice one as well. There's another one I want to put up on the screen for you guys now before Hamza speaks. Before we go to Hamza, I just want to say I'm going to speak a little bit on the game because Hamza's going to go longer than I will, and Hamza's going to go very anti-Arsenal. I'm going to be a bit more
you guys
logical.
go. I'm gonna bill it.
No worries, no worries. Big up to NLF who says the lucky gimmick is boring when they got a questionable penalty and a misplaced cross. We should have had a penalty too. We were bad, but we weren't lucky. NLF,
Get in
Stick
the
around.
bin, man.
Hear
Questionable
me
pen. The rules stay as a penalty, so stop waffling. Misplaced cross. When we lost 3-1 to Arsenal in lockdown 2020 and Saka scored the same goal, none of you lot were saying misplaced cross. So
Fair.
don't give me that shit. Your only goal that was actually
valid.
caused by Arsenal
Lewis,
was the second goal.
Lewis, his
I wanna
point's
hear
valid. His point's valid. If you're gonna sit here and say, "Oh, Arsenal got gifted a goal," you guys got gifted a goal too.
The game
How?
was
Look.
2-0. The game was
Look at someone
2-0.
who made it the same way Saka did. It's not
No,
our
I'm
fault.
talking about the
Fucking-
penalty. You guys got gifted a penalty. You guys capitalized. Big up. At the end of the day,
He handballed
at
it.
the
It's
end
a
of the day,
penalty.
1 second. If we're gonna do
It's
this
not a
thing where we
questionable
1 second.
penalty.
Last week we did
Egal
this
and
thing where we
Hamza,
talked
Egal
about
It's a
and
the gifted goals.
penalty.
We've been
Egal,
doing it
Egal,
all season.
Egal.
Guys have been running with
Egal,
agenda
Lewis.
saying
Time out. That's not
Alright,
how it
I'll
works,
leave
babies. You both your teams fucked it up, so now you have to listen to us first. Big up NLF. Staffy's ultimate hater says Staffy and facts is as rare as Ten Hag smiling. That man is depressed, probably cries to his wife each night. Allison has more Prem GA than Enzo. That is indeed true. Allison has more GA than Enzo. Big up Allison. You get to be the header against West Brom, we'll never forget. And listen, Ten Hag is listen, Staffy has charisma. Ten Hag has zero aura and he's extremely cringe. So I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my honest thoughts on Ten Hag. But we'll get to Ten Hag in a second. Let's
With
get
that
back to the topic.
name, Staffy's ultimate hater, I find it very hard to believe that you don't think I speak facts. Oh my god, how am I so shocked
100%.
at this point that you don't believe me? Oh,
No,
whatever.
he's a
man.
fan. He's a fan. This is fan behavior right here, 100%.
Nope,
Egal,
he's a
Spurs
hater.
will be 6 points clear of you on Friday. We'll discuss Spurs in a second as well because too many people are glazing over Spurs. It's making me want to vomit. But big up to you, IFL Discovery. And listen, as Hamza said, you have to listen to the professor. Sit down, take pen and paper, hit that like button, subscribe. And look, I'm going to say my segment on the thing quickly because I'm just going to take 2 minutes. Hamza probably going to take 12. Here's my thing, right? I'm so glad Lewis is here because Lewis is one of the realest Chelsea fans I've spoken to about the game. Me and him spoke on Troops' podcast as well. Make sure to go check that out. He's not one of these Chelsea fans who's giving off all the Spurs energy. Oh my God, yay, 2-2 win. They're not doing that. Because as a Chelsea fan, you've seen success unlike Spurs. You're a big club. You've got 2 Champions Leagues. You can't prop up a 2-2 draw after being 2-0 up. So you also have to, be a little bit balanced. And I'm glad Lewis is here because Lewis has actually been very balanced about the game and speaking it honestly. From Arsenal's perspective, people say, I don't criticize Arsenal. I do. First 75 minutes, they were trash. First 70 minutes, 75 minutes, they were absolutely trash. Chelsea, this is where Chelsea get credit. Chelsea just locked them up defensively. Chelsea locked them up. Saka was nowhere to be seen. Jesus dropped an all-time stinker. Odegaard dropped an all-time stinker. It was real bad. That first 75 minutes, massive credit to Chelsea. And Arsenal gets so much criticism for that first 75 minutes. Now, what I will say in reverse, the 15 minutes after that, the Chelsea, okay, so Sanchez made a mistake, right? Sanchez made a mistake. Arsenal score a goal. No problem. Mistakes happen. My biggest problem with Chelsea is the reaction after said mistake. Why is it you concede 1 goal and you go into ultimate meltdown? I understand there might be a little bit of a momentum shift and Arsenal maybe got a little bit momentum after that goal happened. But oh my God, the way Chelsea melted down. Lord have mercy on my soul. Chelsea just went into ultra meltdown those last 15 minutes. And if Eddie Nketiah scored that goal at the end and it ended up 3-2, I swear to God, bro, that would have made this 100 times worse. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think Arsenal deserved to win the game. I think draw was a fair result. And for me, first 75 minutes, Chelsea deserves so much credit. Jackson should have scored. I think Cole Palmer should have scored as well when he got the ball. By the way, Jackson, in my opinion, one of the worst substitute appearances I've ever seen. So Arsenal, first 75 minutes, massive criticism. Next 15, they done well. And it's the reverse for me for Chelsea. I don't think any team was unbelievable. So now we let the Hamza, the professor, cook. So yeah, make sure you guys are, as I said, are hitting the like and subscribing. And before we do that, Hamza asked for an image. And I don't know why Hamza and Staffy are a part of this, but big up to Vel, you get me, who loaded up.
I deserve to be a part of this. What do you mean you don't know why? When you get 3 points, you get visuals.
Relax,
That's
it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Wait till it loads. This is what Vel cooked up.
Oh, now I've gone to the shortest. Fuck's sake.
Listen, I don't mind.
I love the fact that this guy just put Sanchez and Raya on every picture, bro. Look at this.
I would have loved to be
Sanchez got his
Sanchez.
hands on me. Get the fuck off me, you prick.
Why is Staffy Sanchez's woman?
I should have been Sanchez.
Yeah, well,
But
why
it's
is
okay.
Raya Hamza's woman?
You know what though? If you switch me with Sanchez, I will repost that picture. I'll tweet it. I'll tweet it out.
I can't lie to you,
Personally,
man. You
I think images should be saved for the team that loses. It doesn't make sense.
Fair enough.
Well,
fair enough.
your opinion is not taken today, Egal, because you're sitting on the bar.
Yes, hold
so
that.
please.
And
So
you know
anyway,
what? Your
hold that,
opinion won't be
please.
taken every time United lose. So hold that.
Yes,
Well,
which
until
will be
then,
next week.
until then.
So today
until
we
then,
take Staffy's opinion. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Hamza. The floor is yours. Talk to me about Arsenal, Chelsea. Buckle up, Arsenal
You're on mute.
fans.
You're on mute.
Buckle
You're on
up.
mute.
You're on mute, Hamza. Don't
Don't
bottle that.
embarrass me. Don't embarrass me already.
Listen, look at Egal. You have no shame, yeah, coming to this show, showing your face, yeah, after what you did 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you are the biggest criminal in Arsenal, like image. Like you're one of the biggest criminal, like because you are the face of your Arsenal Football Club, and you let yourself down every year. You just don't learn. But it's already October, and you're already stressing. You were talking about, oh, we beat Man City. We did this. We warned you before, Egal. I told you, you're not the same Arsenal like last year. You're not the same, Egal. Egal, you're not the same. You're not the same. And let me go back. Let me go back to the game. Why do I say that? Let's go back to the start of the season. This man had the audacity of celebrating beating Man City because they took us on penalties because of a deflected goal. Yeah? The audacity of telling the world that he thought he's back because he got a deflected goal from Akanji to take us through penalties and beat us through penalties. Then they go to the next game, Staffy. They scraped a 2-1 against Nottingham Forest, a team that fought relegation last year. A team that fought the relegation last year. After what happened, Arteta never learned. Yeah? Arteta never learned. Yeah? Then they go, the next game, Crystal Palace. Another scrape. They keep telling us, oh, we're not back. It's the worst Arsenal side that we've seen. It's the worst game we've played for a long time. I said, hold on. You told me the worst game you've played for a long time was Nottingham Forest. So now 2 games in a row is your 2 worst games. No, you will see us next week. Comes next week, Staffy. 10 man,
I'm listening.
Fulham, 2-2. We bring him to the show. What's going on? Oh my God, no, it happens, you know. I said, yo, it's 10 man at home. It's 10 man. You're not the same Arsenal. Oh, it's again the worst time that oh my God, we're just having through this blip. Again, a scrape. 3 scrapes, yeah? 3 scraping wins. Then they go and play Man United. Staffy.
I remember.
Is one of the worst teams you've had for many years. Even you say it. Yeah,
100%.
Brighton beat you, everyone beats you. Even you said it's crap. What do I do? Guess what? They survive United, yeah, through Garnacho. When Magalhaes does that thriller move, you know that when he did that move, that little move, yeah, He catches them offside. That little 1 centimeter, you fraud, Egal. That 1 centimeter little dance that he did, yeah, looking up, saved your football club to another embarrassment. Have some shame. And then you get a deflected goal from that £100 million player, and you luckily won because you never deserved that win. He wasn't comfortable. Then we go, Everton. They're one of the worst team in Premier League. We know they're going to get relegated. Everton are poor. Even the fan base for some, they've told you they're poor. They go to Everton. They celebrate a 1-0 win. Another scrape. After Arteta spent 700 million, 4 scrapes now. Then they tell us Tottenham are easy. We beat Tottenham. Tottenham are home. Tottenham have lost Harry Kane. They are little boys. You've turned around. You're the little boys to Tottenham now, mate. You're the little boys to Tottenham now. Whether you like it or not, Egal, they're playing better football. I heard you here on this show, you accepting that Tottenham play better football than Arsenal. You said it on this show. Yeah, some can even play the clip. You said live here, Tottenham are playing better than us. They come to your ground, they draw with you 2-2. But guess what? You were lucky to have drawn that game. Everyone knows you're the frauds that were lucky despite Ange not spending any money and having a weak squad. Yeah, Ange comes and outplays your guy, and your guy is stressing. All he does is jumps around, pretends to be Pep Guardiola, and he doesn't do anything. He jumps around, stressing, and Ange is like, yo, Ange is comfortable. I'm looking at this guy. Yo, you used to act like this when we used to give us bibs at Man City. Why are you acting like this again? The same manager, again a fraud. You then survive a 2-2 against your rival. You then had the audacity of coming here with chest and saying, Hamza, you know Kai Havertz scored a goal, yeah? We gave him a penalty. I said, oh, have some shame. Don't you feel shameful of Havertz being spent 65 million? You know, footballers, ask Sam, imagine you bought Mo Salah. Do you think Mo Salah will take a free penalty for confidence issue? Do you think he will take a penalty because Odegaard say, yo, take a penalty, okay, it will improve your confidence. It's okay, they're trusting you so much.
Hamza, you wanted an image as a gift for you. Val has a gift for you.
Hey.
Look how small Egal is compared to you. He put you as Braun Strowman. That's bad.
Man said Egal's James Ellsworth. That is crazy.
Insane.
The audacity of some. The audacity of this football club to feel that Arteta knows he's flopped on that signing. He's messed up on 2 signings, Raya and Havertz, but he's telling his players, give him a penalty so that he can get his confidence.
It's a make-a-wish. It's a make-a-wish penalty, Hamza.
What a pathetic manager. He takes a penalty, no shame that everyone's looking at him and say, yo, put the balls away. You don't deserve that. And he celebrates. And then the audacity of your fan base dancing and Havertz and doing around the Havertz. I don't think have some shame. Please have some shame. Are you a big football club? Then you say, yo, we see you. You lost to then Lens, a 15th place team in France. They now sit in 16th or 17th. You got dunked by Lens. You then come back, you get a deflected goal against Man City with 0 clear chances. You bragged about it. Oh, Hamza, by 1. I said, yo, what chances did you create? Oh, no. No, it doesn't matter. I said, yo, you spent 700 million. You're a fraud. This is what you are as a football club. You will take anything. You're so desperate, Egal. You're not that team anymore. You believe in it. You score a deflected goal. You come here smoking me because of a deflected goal. You had no shame. And you're smiling now. You're smiling because you don't.
Because you're a hypocrite.
No, you have no shame. You will smile.
Listen, address me at the end.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
You're a biggest fraud. Then before the game, your fan base are fraudery, including you. You said, I'm going to beat Chelsea 4-1. You said you're going to beat Chelsea 2-0. You said 2-0.
Yeah, I said 2-0.
Chelsea,
if you're going to quote me correctly.
Chelsea have the worst attack. Chelsea do not score goals. You told us Saliba is the best centre-back in the world. I told you, yo, why is he not playing? Gabriel Magalhaes is a bum. I told you. He let Brazil down. I told you. You're like, no, it doesn't matter. Guess what? Cole Palmer was cooking your guy. Cole Palmer was cooking your left back. Zinchenko had to be taken off after. Can you believe a little Cole Palmer, 19-year-old? They had to sub the guy. They had to sub him, and he had to put a hoodie. And he put a hoodie.
No. You're just paying for all the Palmer slander.
He put a hoodie like that. His head was like that. In the game, I was like, yo, have some shame, your life. Have some shame. Take it off. You want to see your full face. Have some shame. A young boy cooked you. A young boy cooked. Don't you have some shame, Zinchenko? And this is your players. Guess what? Saliba, where was he? Raheem Sterling was running around with him. Nothing to do. Puts his handball. I demonstrated as Staffy's thing. Puts the handball. Why are you putting a handball?
They're asking you, can you demonstrate again, Hamza? The jump?
Bro, I demonstrated it. My guy jumped like that. Yo, I don't want to fall again, yeah.
Don't fall like last time. Don't fall like last time.
But listen,
Big up
one of the worst play. And now let me go about their players. Their players, I've said, not big game players. And let me come to the number one player. We know his name, Odegaard. Guess what? KDB has the same number of assists as Odegaard this season. And KDB is injured since August. KDB has the same number of assists like Odegaard. We're going to November now. You're saying Odegaard was a special player, did you? Did you say Odegaard was a special player? Yes or no? Then you look at their thing. Guess how many Odegaard assists has he had in 2022? 7 assists. 7 assists. The whole year.
He had 7 assists last season in the league. What are you talking about?
He had 7. Yeah, last year. 7 assists. He had 7 assists. 2021, guess how many assists he had? They said he's a king of assists like KDB. 5 assists. 5 assists. There's some 5.
What's your point?
That number. 5 assists. Number 10. 5 assists. The year before, 2 assists. This is supposed to be a playmaker. A guy who assists players. There's a reason why anyone plays for your club. There's a reason why Real Madrid got rid of him. He's not that standard of Real Madrid. Yeah, he's created 3 chances this season. 3 chances. 3. Don't you have some shit? No, 1 second.
There's a difference between chance creation and big chance creation. Come on, bro. Don't be silly.
Madison. Look at Madison's stats. I just looked at Madison's stats. Yeah, Madison is a better player. Madison has had 5 assists in 8 games. Odegaard has had 8 assists in 55 games.
Does anybody have more assists than Madison at your club?
He's a criminal of his country. Now he's a criminal of his club. His fan base had to create a space, Twitter space today morning, and said, this guy is not that guy. The girl came to defend them. His fan base were attacking him. Conor Gallagher was a better captain than him. Have some shame. Conor Gallagher was a better captain than him yesterday. Where is that guy on big games? Where is Arteta's ball? Why do Arteta's big game players go missing? Is Arteta a tactician? Does he know who is he picking? He's picking Havertz. He can't play him. My guy, he doesn't know Jorginho. Sometimes Partey. My guy's confused. You're going to Sevilla next tomorrow. Oh my days. With a team, yeah, that's so old, I told you. They're full of pensioners. I call them Pension FC. They're full of pensioners. And I guarantee you, you're losing to a group of pensioners. That's how bad you are. You are so bad that Sevilla, who have 37, Navas, who's 38, Fernando, who's 37, Rakitic, who's 36, Lamela, who's 32, Acuna, who's 33. They got Sergio Ramos, who's 37, Ramy, who's 36. They got full of old guy with walking sticks like this, get given flu jabs before the game. Say, oh, UEFA has to ring and say, hello, are Sevilla players okay to play this game? Yeah, because no, they're not that guys. You're going to play a pensioner FC and you might get dunked because you don't trust your team anymore. You're gonna get dunked with an old team. To me, I'm not gonna come for Luis. Luis never talked to Chelsea before the game. He never said, I'll beat them. These guys, Arsenal fans, are frauds. They've now
calling you out, Hamza.
Who's his troops here?
Big up troops.
Big up troops, my guy.
Big up troops in the chat, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to troops.
Guys.
Yeah, man. Yo, Hamza, you know what? The air fryer is on full blast today because you're chatting all this shit, bro. Really and truly. Like how long you've covered the Man City game, you're covering the Sevilla game, you haven't actually spoken about what happened in the Chelsea game. You're going around all the circles trying to hit.
Egal is right. Talk to us about Stamford Bridge. Talk to us.
Stamford Bridge. They came there before the game. They didn't talk with Chess. They come to the game, Sam.
Wait. We didn't talk with Chess. Earlier, you're criticizing us for talking with Chess.
No.
Which one is it, bro?
You said you're going to smoke them.
I'm sorry. I have to call out his bullshit, Hamza. We can't let him talk for 20 minutes, just chat shit. Bro, Hamza, pick your agenda. Which one is it? Did we talk with Chess or did we not talk with Chess? Are we not title contenders or are we title contenders? Are we embarrassed because we should beat Chelsea or are we an average team? Which one is it? You are flip-flopping so much. I don't know why if you're a sandal or if you're one of the.
That fraudster. That fraudster that tries to sell you PlayStation 5 in a box and then you open a PlayStation 5 and it's full of bag of onions.
I don't know about those fraudsters. I don't deal with those people, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
1 second. Those are Arsenal fans. You told us you're gonna win 2-0. Come to the game. Your midfield got bossed. Fact. Your midfield got bossed. Yeah. I saw Cucurella. Oh my!
Wait. My midfield got bossed. Explain. One second. No. You cannot sit here and say my midfield got bossed when last week.
I'm seeing the rules are being violated today. I'm seeing the rules.
I let him go for 20 minutes.
1 second.
He's having a 40-minute monologue.
Listen, Egal. 1 second.
He's having a 40-minute monologue.
No, you're not.
Hamza, 1 second.
Let me finish.
Hamza,
at some point, someone
this is
has
what
to
we're
butt in.
gonna do. Time out. This is what we're gonna do. Hamza, you've spoken about the entire Arsenal history. We're gonna give you 2 minutes to just speak on the Stamford Bridge game before.
That's what I'm saying. Before the game, quickly.
So just talk about Stamford Bridge. Forget the history.
I'm talking
Someone
about
who's used to, by the way, being on the bottom row. Hold
If it wasn't going for 15 minutes.
Okay,
Egal, you have to hear him out. That's how A-listers goes.
1 second. Me and Lewis will tell you because we're experts of being on the bottom row. You have to let them finish first. I know you're new here, Egal.
Bro,
it gets very frustrating.
1 second.
You are new here, Egal, but I'm letting you know.
1 second.
I have the season.
Let's be honest. When every single one of you guys, when you hear absolute bullshit after somebody speaks for 15 minutes, you interrupt when they shut up.
No, right? But let me finish.
Not really.
But that's what I'm telling him. Listen, you have 2 minutes to speak about Stamford Bridge.
If he pauses,
quickly,
I'm going to interrupt.
Quickly.
Go on.
Listen, what a joke, yeah. Chelsea have got the worst keeper, Sanchez, yeah. They didn't even have their starting backline. Chelsea's backline is not that. That starting backline, that's not the starting backline. The starting backline is Reece James, Fofana, Badashil, and Chilwell. They had nothing. They had zero. These guys complain with Saliba, 1 player missing. We lost the league because of Saliba. They complain 1 player. Chelsea had no Lavia, Nkunku. Chelsea had 6 to 7 starting players missing, and they rattled these frauds who are supposed to be the challengers. And Chelsea didn't have 7 players who were starting that team. And then you're going to come here, tell us, Saka got pocketed by Cucurella, Martinelli got pocketed by Gusto pocketed him so bad, Martinelli had to be subbed. He had to be subbed for Trossard. Martinelli was subbed, whether you like or not, on a second choice right back for Chelsea. Yeah. Thiago Silva had nothing to do. They did not create a chance. Tell me a creative opportunity you created. 0. Nilsh. You depended on Sanchez making that error. Otherwise, you should have lost 3 or 4-0. Sanchez gave you the goal. What are you doing here? You go giving an empty goal by Sanchez. You created nothing. You created 0. You had, tell me one opportunity that was clear on chance on goal that you created. You had Jesus sub for Nketiah. You tried
Eddie Nketiah.
It did not work. Because now Arteta has seen that now he's confused. He doesn't know. Do I play Martinelli or Trossard? Saka is getting pocketed by Cucurella. What do I do? It's completely worn off now. Your team don't know what to do. Rice is in a new team. He's carrying your club. Your club has become Rice FC. You're not a football club anymore. Rice is carrying your football club. Without Rice, without Rodri, I'm nothing. Without Rice, you're zilch. you are not a contender.
Okay.
I promise you that.
Okay,
Second.
okay.
Bro, I need
Hamza
to address
Highlanded.
some of the things Hamza have
Big
said,
up,
let
big up to
alone
Simon who says
other
this
people.
cooking is one for the ages. I can't lie, Simon. Hamza spoke so much. I don't even know if we should let Egal or Lewis go first. I'm confused. I don't even know where to go.
Bro,
with
I
this.
have
Let
It has to
Egal
be
go
Egal.
first. Let
Bullshit.
Egal
Yeah, let
go.
Egal go first. Let Egal go
Bro,
first.
first
You know
of
what?
all,
Big up to you,
Hamza,
Simon. Go ahead.
Hamza, you are so embarrassed that we beat you last week, that you came today with your air fryer ready to go to chat shit, set it for 15 minutes to just chat shit for 15 minutes straight. First things first, we're Declan Rice FC. You just admit it, you're Rodri FC. That's number one. Number two, by the way, I'm not even going to speak about the game. I'm just going to speak about what Hamza said before I even get to the game. So mind me if I do that. Number two, when it comes to some of the things you've been talking about, you said last week we scored a deflected goal, but yet you haven't mentioned Chelsea's penalty. You haven't mentioned Mudrik's goal, which was basically a fluke goal. On top of that, you're talking about bossing the midfield. But last week when we spoke about our game and our midfield battle, you said, "Oh, it was nothing. It was a close game." You want to know something, Hamza? I predicted both games were going to be close. And you want to know something? To leave from Chelsea away and Arsenal versus Man City at home and come out of those two games with 4 points, at the end of the day, it's underwhelming because we should have beat Chelsea. We're the better team, but we didn't do it and we keep it moving. 4 points is not a bad result. You're making it seem like we lost to them. You're making it seem like we were absolutely embarrassed by them. You're making it seem like this team is far off. We're not that far off. By the way, you're talking about chances created. Why are you bringing fake stats to the people on A-listers? Martin Odegaard has created 15 chances this season. To say he's created 3 chances this season is absolute baloney. Once again, showing that you're just chatting shit. And you're my guy, but Hamza, you need to be called out on these things because you always run agendas and you overcook things. Staffy, last time you said to me I overcook things, but why is it when Hamza's sitting here saying absolute baloney, nobody else is acknowledging it? He's chatting shit for 15 minutes straight about our history of our football club, about Arteta, about Saliba. Saliba got a penalty. Yes, he got a penalty, but that penalty was a mistake by him, and I hold that. We keep it moving. I'm not even going to try to belittle Chelsea's performance. I thought Chelsea played well, and Conor Gallagher did play better than my midfielder Martin Odegaard, and I'm going to cook him myself. Martin Odegaard played terrible. No one here is going to sit here and defend players when they play bad, unlike you, who sits here and continuously criticizes every other team, but don't criticize your own team. When have I ever seen you sit here and criticize your own players? You don't do that. Zinchenko, he deserves criticism. Wallahi, criticize him. Tomiyasu should be starting over him. Zinchenko should not be starting the next game. I think Tomiyasu should be starting over Zinchenko. No debate, in my opinion. When we talk about the goalkeeper situation, Mustafi and Ish told me on my channel a couple months ago that it's going to create some controversy.
That's not my name.
Staffy. I said Staffy. You guys told me that this is going to cause some controversy. You know what? David Raya has a poor performance like that based on merit. Ramsdale should maybe get back in, and it's going to cause some kind of goalkeeper controversy. But at the end of the day, I still believe Arteta, it's up to him as the manager, and I trust my manager to get it right. Now, let me say one more thing about about what Hamza said before I go on to the actual game. Hamza, if you're going to sit here and you're going to come to the conclusion that Arsenal are not the same as last season, 100% we are not the same as last season, because last season we had expectations to get back into top 4. This season we have expectations to win the goddamn league. In order for you to win the league and to continue to be a top team and push for that, you're expected to go into every game trying to get maximum points. Where before last season, coming out of Manchester United, Tottenham, Man City, and Chelsea, if I told you we're undefeated still in the league, one of the best defenses in the league, undefeated in the Premier League, still unbeaten, and near the top of the table, people would have said, you know what, it's a good start to the season. But because we started so well last season, we're being judged to a different level. Don't try to take it and try to make it something it's not. And you, out of all people, to be chatting about, oh, your attack is not the same. Your attack is not the same. You have you're mid-table when it comes to chances created, just like us. You're mid-table when it comes to XG, just like us. And you're talking. We actually have more XG this season than you guys. Manchester City, big boy Manchester City, with all these world-class players, just won the treble. What are you talking about, bro? You keep chatting all this shit. Now, Lewis, I'll give your boys credit. They did well. For the first 75 minutes of that game, you guys did well. Inexperience cost you at the end, and we got back into the game because of a Sanchez mistake. But I still want to give Declan Rice credit, because to take that chance, first touch, to take it in stride, first touch, put it in the corner where no one else can touch it, and wrap it around, what do you call it, Enzo, like he did. I got to give him credit. And I'm just going to say one thing, and it's going to piss off a lot of people. But to sit here and to say they bossed the game, you can say they bossed the game for 45 minutes. They did well. They played better than us. They worked harder than us. They outran us. I will agree to those things. But to say they bossed the midfield, I don't think they created enough from their midfield to say they bossed the midfield. I don't think their game plan was to run through the midfield. Their game plan, they did well. They ran through the channels. They used their wingers to push their game forward, and that's how they did what they did. Conor Gallagher played amazing. Kowa played good. Sterling in the first half was ripping Zinchenko. He needed to get subbed off. And I'm not going to sit here today and give any of my players any excuses. We are not the same team as last season. Last season, we were better at offensively. This season, we're better defensively. And you guys need to get out of your head that this team is any worse, because we're not any worse than we were last year. We're just playing different to what we were doing last year. Last year, we didn't give the ball away. Last year, we held on to the ball. We were more offensive. This season, we're more passive. We give people the opportunity. We gave City the ball. We gave Tottenham the ball. We gave Manchester United the ball. We still somehow come out of that game with getting points and getting the result. So I'm not gonna deny that we're not the same team. But
yeah, you're not the same. You're not
to say that we're worse. The results and the facts don't say we're that much worse than we were.
So one sentence.
Go ahead.
You're not the same. You're not the same team. Yeah. Last year, you were serving meals with nice chicken, nice sauce, nice pasta, nice rice.
Why is that though?
But now you're serving dry basmati rice FC with water.
You're chatting shit, bro. Guess what? You're chatting shit once again. You're chatting shit once again. You want to know why? You want to know why?
Other than there's no rice, there's no salt, there's no onions, there's no chicken, there's nothing there.
Wallahi, we gave you a one piece of chicken last week and you're pissed off. That's what it is. Hamza, you got a 1-2 punch last week and you're pissed off. I get it. You're pissed off that we beat you. You're pissed off that we beat you and you want to come and cook us. But wallahi, come with facts. This Arsenal team, as I told you, this season is the second best defense so far to City. Yes, our attack has not been firing, but in that time, we have not lost a game. We've only dropped points 3 times. 3 times this entire season we've dropped points to Chelsea, to Tottenham, and to Fulham. By the way, you are going like we are this terrible team. We've fallen off a cliff. We're 2 points off the top of the table after 9 games. Yes, level on points with Manchester City, and you have the audacity to sit here and act like I should be ashamed of my team for this season. What are we talking about? The standards are on the next level. We're challenging for the league, and based on those standards, we have not been good enough yet. But guess what? It's not the end of the world. You're acting like Chelsea didn't score off a penalty. You're acting like Chelsea absolutely bossed the game and they should have won the game. They were toothless. Inexperience cost them. We took advantage. We don't get no credit for coming back into the game. We get no credit for still being undefeated. We get no credit for being in the position that we're in after 9 games.
Because they expected more from you.
And you want to know something? Lewis, I agree with you. We did expect more from us. But the way the analyzation of this game is like as if we are a relegation team at this moment in time. Hamza and you guys, I expect better from you guys. We're football men here. We're acting like we're absolute dog shit. What are we talking about? Are we talking about Arsenal Football Club? Are we talking about Wolves? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'll let Lewis
Speaking of Chelsea, 1 second, Hamza. Let Lewis go. After Lewis, we can open the floor up. So go on, Lewis. What's your thoughts on the game?
Staffy said he was disappointed in us, and I agree. I was disappointed too because we should have left with the 3 points. Like we just threw it away. Like we were the better team for the most part. It just don't mean anything. It doesn't mean a thing. Could talk about how brilliant we played. Cucurella bossed Saka for the most part. Gusto had Martinelli in his back pocket. Zinchenko had to be hooked because he couldn't deal with Saka. But Poch didn't make the right subs. It was a minor thing. It doesn't really change the scoreline, but I can acknowledge it. Arteta made better subs and they had better impact on the game. But really and truly, it was 2 individual mistakes from 2 Chelsea players. That was a real difference maker in this one. We should have left that game with a lot more. Should have scored a 3rd goal, but shoulda, coulda, didn't. We didn't. We leave with a draw. It's very, very disappointing. I'm still fuming over it, but we just have to at least take this into the Brentford game and pull our throw our frustrations out on them. They've shown they can play against the top teams, so I now need results. This run of games isn't anything to be shook about. It's something to stand up for. If we want to be Chelsea, we should be beating these teams, not accepting draws against them. So I'm fuming with the result. Chelsea fans talking about being satisfied with the result are a fucking embarrassment because we mocked Arsenal for doing the exact same thing in 2020. But it's just jarring. It's just jarring. I'm still fuming over it. This is the first time in years where we had Arsenal bent over and then Sanchez just gives the ball away and throws everything away. So annoying.
You spoke on Sanchez, but let me just ask you a question. The meltdown after that, what do you make of it? Like the next 15 minutes after that mistake? Because that's the question I ask of Chelsea.
I was always worried about if we conceded because I thought we were going to fold anyway, but we've had this problem where we don't take a game by the scruff of its neck for 90 minutes. And I don't know if it's a case of inexperience or if it's just a case of just poor mentality in general, but it's something that we do need to work on. Now, I would say if we had an experienced striker, maybe we would have killed this game off by then. Could be something you look at in January. But yeah, I am a little bit concerned about that, about the fact that we just folded like that. Like, we should have at least tried to keep our heads up a little bit more. We look shook. As soon as we conceded the first goal, we looked shook. And we looked even more shook after the second one. I don't know. I'll be annoyed about it for a factor, but I can also talk about the fact that we really should have scored a third goal by then. It's just, as much as we talk about the minor issues, the biggest problem is that we just gave the ball away and we gave the incentive to Arsenal. We gave them motivation, a second wind, and we folded after that.
That Jackson appearance.
He weren't fit, to be honest. Like, he shouldn't have come on. If he was good enough, you would have started him. He wasn't able to start, so like, what was even the point? I wouldn't have made much changes in general. We play one game a week. Like, fitness can't be that much of a problem, especially with Palmer and Sterling, who I don't think went on international duty. So it was a bit confusing. But maybe Poch knows better than me in that regard. Maybe they did look gassed. And if that's the case, his hands are tied. To me, in spite of all the minor stuff, the biggest problem is that Sanchez just passes the ball to them and Gusto falls asleep on the far post.
Two individual mistakes, 100%. So let me just, before we kind of open the floor up and just have a flowing convo about this, because I know Hamza wanted to ask Egal questions. You know, I'm sure Egal will ask Lewis a couple of questions as well. Alex, big up for the super chat, but I ain't reading that out loud. Big up to my guy AJ, but I don't know why his super chat disappeared. But he says, Egal, what's your prediction for Sevilla? Sorry, AJ, your super chat just disappeared. Go on. What's your prediction for us and Sevilla? Egal, quickly.
It's going to be a close game. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in either a draw or a 2-1 Arsenal victory. Honestly,
okay.
It is going to be a close game. Playing a European game away against Sevilla is always going to be tough.
Hamza, hold yourself. It's just two superstars. I know you want to say something. Xhaka is missed and Zinchenko. This guy summarizes your team so much. Trossard needs to start more. Chelsea needs an elite striker to finish their chances. I can't lie. When you say Xhaka's missed, it shows that there is something wrong because Xhaka is someone that they all wanted to kind of get rid of, to be honest with you, or most of them wanted to get rid of this summer. Most wanted to get rid of this summer. And with Trossard starting, this has been a conversation. There's people who's had enough of Jesus, to be honest with you, and I understand why. This Zinchenko guy, he just stick to being a politician. And big up to you, Hassan. Chelsea silver lining. Massive credit to Chelsea here in the super chat from Mike. He says Chelsea silver lining, only 9 GA this year without a proper 9. With a proper 9, they're immediately in the top 5. This game proved they're only missing one piece, a top class finisher.
I agree with that, to be honest.
Didn't you say the same thing
that completely turned my head on it. We need an experienced striker.
No,
Egal, let me tell you why you can't say that about any other team. Chelsea are the second in the league with chances created, or third, sorry. I think after us and City.
Are we talking about big chances created or chances created? Because I don't know where.
I think both stats actually. They're at the top of it as a team because they have created hella chances, but they don't really have clinical players. That's their biggest issue right now, Chelsea. So big up to you, Mike, for the super chat. And final super chat here from James. Big up to James. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says the same result happened to us twice against Liverpool and West Ham, and we got slaughtered for it. Now it happens to Chelsea against us, and we're getting slaughtered. Agendas is agending. And you know, this is a question as well I want to open the floor up with. But before we do that, there's 600 of you in here. big up to you guys. 600 people watching us Monday night. As per usual, make sure you're all liking the video. We want to get to 200, 250 likes, 300 likes ASAP. Everyone who sent in a super chats is going to get a massive shout out at the end. Make sure you're all liking. Make sure you're all subscribing to This Is Football right now. Hit that like button. Yalla, subscribe to This Is Football. And all these great guys, their channels are in the description. So make sure to go subscribe to all their channels as well. So
I'm
James
still
Bond, we're gonna
7
address that
subs
in a
away
second.
from 1,600, by the way. 7 subs away, and we don't have 7 people here that could sub to me. What a shame. I'm more
Go
embarrassed
subscribe
by
to
that.
Staffy TV, Hamza Talks Ball, get them to 1K subs ASAP. Yalla, run that like button and subscribe to This Is Football. Subscribe to all the guys in the description. James, I'm gonna address that in a second. So, genuine question to everyone here, and we just open the floor up. Khalas, just talk in it. The Chelsea thing. Do you think we are showing? The problem is Lewis is here and he's not showing that energy. But do you think? I'm sure he's spoken to Chelsea fans who are showing that energy, though. Do you think we're not keeping the same energy for Chelsea, aka giving them Spurs treatment, like you had a 2-2 win type thing?
No, because I don't think so. I think
Tell me why. Tell me.
I think Chelsea's people are casting down Chelsea. People are disrespecting Chelsea. And they thought they're going to walk around Chelsea, but now they've changed the narrative. Now they're scared. They want to change the narrative about Chelsea being a weak team. But, and at the end of the day, you can change your images as long as you want. But I'm top there this week. It doesn't matter. Listen, a lot of these Arsenal fans now have been humbled, and now they're back to reality again. But I don't know when the copium's available, when the deal is available, whatever it is, because I don't know what they take. Because a week later, they're completely different. They will beat Sheffield United. But for me, Chelsea, listen, Chelsea, congratulations. You absolutely were wonderful. If you need to get rid of your keeper. You need an elite striker. That game could have finished 4-0. If Nkunku only plays that game, only Nkunku. I don't care about your back four and Lavia. If your back four and Lavia plays and Nkunku, you're smoking Arsenal 4-5-0.
1 second.
Because you had the 2-0 lead. There's no way that back line would have conceded that. Chilwell and all that. And you know what? The sad thing is to see Saka.
1 second before you go there. Lewis is a Chelsea fan. You were at the game. Lewis, at any point did you feel like you were going to get out of this game with a 4-5-0 win?
There was times where I thought we could get a third. I wasn't really thinking about 4. I thought I was jumping to too much. You got to get a third to talk about 4, innit?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Hamza watched a completely different game.
Bro,
I feel like Chelsea didn't have enough chances to be even saying they could have scored 4 or 5.
Tell me a single open chance you had.
After we drew the game. Listen to me. After
there
we
was
drew the
opportunities
game,
to do
after
it,
we
but
drew
you
the
were
game,
trying
Eddie
everyone
and Nketiah had an opportunity late in the game to win it.
Oh my God.
Listen, Hamza, you ask me a question, I answer it. You say, "Oh my God," but you're making all your analogies and all your points based off make-believe chances that never existed.
Did you watch the Nketiah, the chance that Nketiah had?
Yeah.
Was that a good opportunity?
I'm just saying that was just as good as an opportunity as the Jackson opportunity that was taken away from the goalkeeper.
Jackson was clear.
No, but it was one-on-one with the keeper, and the keeper took the ball.
No, but
Jackson overthought that one, so that was on him. He should have buried that.
Both teams had chances. Both teams had chances to make it 3-2. 1 second. Both teams had chances to make it 3-2. Chelsea had a chance with Cole Palmer early in the game. But really and truly, you're overdoing this, bro. There was no point where you could say Chelsea were going to walk away with this game 4 or 5-0.
Chelsea were 2-0 up.
They were toothless in front of goal after they scored the Madrid goal.
Listen, if Declan Rice does not get given that chance, oh my God. If Declan Rice is given,
so what? If they don't get given a penalty, Hamza, why are we doing if and buts? Guess what? If they don't get a penalty, if Modric doesn't take a cross, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Listen, you have more energy for a 2-2 draw from another team than you do your own team. You want to know why? Because we beat your ass last week. We whooped that ass last week, and now you're coming here trying to celebrate other people's draws. It's embarrassing.
One second.
I want to hear from Staffy.
One second. Hamza,
wallahi, I don't want to hear your bullshit because I've noticed You don't care. You don't care about what actually happened. You don't want to talk about the result. You want to come here and crash it on Arsenal because we beat you 1-0 last week, and you don't want to chat ball.
But
If you want to talk ball,
if you
want to talk ball, Hamza, if you want to talk ball, you were talking about created chances. You're talking about what do you call it? XG. You're talking about all these things. And when it comes to Arsenal versus Chelsea, you want to say ifs for Arsenal, but you don't acknowledge any of the ifs for Chelsea. Chelsea got a penalty. Chelsea got a situation where they could have been given a penalty with the Jesus chance. And the FA people have even spoken about it and said that's a mistake.
Apparently that's BS. Apparently it's BS. There's some Arsenal in the know came out and said, but apparently it was unlikely.
It wasn't Arsenal. It was Sky Sports. They do that show where they review games, and the people on that thing reviewing it said that they felt like that was a penalty. The FA haven't come out, or PGOL haven't come out and apologized about it. But that's another one. That's another moment. That's like what its moment. Like,
I've seen it back though, but Sanchez doesn't punch him. It's like his hip hits Jesus.
It's the exact same situation as what happened with Onana against Wolves. People were
but Onana punched him in the face, didn't he?
No,
Sanchez didn't punch him in the face, but Onana take him out. Whereas this one, he hit his defender and he hit Jesus at the same time.
Today,
I think they're scraping onto anything just to call it a penalty.
You know what?
Then we have a conversation.
You're coming here with a Man City top
on. I can't lie, it is a pen though.
And you're not talking ball.
Onana, remember what you said about Onana? It is a pen.
Staffy, anything about this game that's tangible.
Staffy, listen to this. Yeah,
we need to stop protecting goalkeepers. The guy kicked him in the face. Like, it's a pen.
You know what?
It was a hip. It wasn't the knee. It was a hip.
Bro,
I get to the face. Okay.
Can I ask for consistency?
Yeah, because he went to punch the ball. What's he meant to do? Not go and collect?
I ask for consistency because when it happened to Manchester United, we spoke about it for 2 weeks. Oh my God, they got lucky, and now we're not even speaking about it. Fair. Now,
Onana was always going to get highlighted.
From you. Ask for consistency.
Here we go. Hated the
it's the truth, bro.
I support Man United. Oh my God, hated
There's two goalkeeping errors happened in one game. Onana was on either side. There you go. There. Talking about Sheffield again. You just know it's the truth. Listen, I don't see a picture of Raya or Sanchez on your thumbnail, but when it was Onana, you put Onana on your thumbnail for a whole week.
Fair. Well,
so don't sit here. Yeah.
I put the two goal scorers.
Okay. So when Onana was making mistakes, you weren't putting the goal scorers then. Anyways.
No, but you didn't win those games.
And neither did any of these guys win the game. But you put them, bro. Just say it for what it is. Just say it for what it is.
It's different.
When it was Onana, it was more highlighted, and I understand the mistakes were bad. But don't sit here and pretend that if Onana was in that game and he made the Raya mistake or the Sanchez mistake, this wouldn't have been highlighted. Because I don't see neither of them on your thumbnail. So have some shame when you speak.
No, Lewis has cooked Sanchez. And I've even, we've spoken on
Raya. Yeah, Lewis did. I said you didn't put
them. To be fair, we didn't do it in the thumbnail, but we put them in the meme and the meme pictures. Still, we put Val put them as parts of the family.
You know why I'm laughing?
No credit for coming back into this game because we're expected to win this game.
You know why I'm laughing so much?
You know who should get credit? This guy. Big up Chloe. 100% Chloe. Hold that, Lewis. You get me? Man like Gallagher.
I said, hold that. What do you mean? This is the standard I've been asking for Gallagher to play at.
What?
And like, I've been praising him on literally every stream. I've said 3 100-pound midfielders were on the pitch, and the 3 Cobham graduate was better than all of them.
Yeah, he's
the best midfielder on the pitch.
Big up, Lewis. Big up. Let's go.
Now, you guys know me. My standard's just high. It's just now, if he drops a stinker in the next game, don't talk to me. Because I know where the standard's at.
He was really good. And the second best.
Gallagher cooked. I can't lie. Gallagher was better than Rice, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's the best midfielder on the pitch.
Even with the goal.
Rice was the second best midfielder on the pitch, though.
Well,
nah. I think our whole midfield was better.
No, I disagree.
No. Chelsea's midfield was fantastic.
Actually look at it, your guys were
Rice was your best midfielder. I agree on that.
You guys were good defensively, but when it comes to overall game,
this is competition, Lewis. Fucking
overall game, Enzo Caicedo and Enzo didn't really do much.
Caicedo was good. Enzo was, I mean, he's the quietest of 3, but I thought he had a good performance too.
I would say this: Conor Gallagher, Declan Rice. Then I'll give your 2. Then I would say your midfielders and Jorginho were on the same level, and then Odegaard was the worst.
Huh?
Odegaard was the worst.
Our midfielders on the same level as Jorginho.
Oh my God.
If you want to,
my
Mad.
say
It's a bad
Jorginho
take,
was
Egal.
terrible,
Mad.
I disagree with that. I don't think
This is
Jorginho was
bad,
that
man.
Enzo and Caicedo
Enzo
played
was
at the
good.
same level as Jorginho.
Enzo and Caicedo were definitely better than
No way better than
Jorginho.
No,
Jorginho.
maybe
This is
slightly.
hate.
I don't think it was a big
Not
margin.
slightly, brother.
Yeah,
Jorginho. And this is coming from a Jorginho
This is
fan.
not-
Like, come on. Back at the
This
shirt
is-
and everything. He
And
was
Rice-
shy.
This
He
is
was
semantic.
shy.
My
And
point is,
Rice
Egal,
ratings.
that's a bad take. Egal,
I
that's a
don't
bad
think.
take.
I don't think.
Egal,
I don't think
Rice
my point is
ratings.
Enzo
Rice
Fernandez
ratings in
and Caicedo,
70 minutes was
my point
5.6. Was
my-
5.6. The ratings of Rice 5.6.
Bro, we
before
don't
he
care
scored
about
that
ratings,
chance.
bro.
Hamza, you
I
can
don't care
cook,
about
but
ratings,
cook with
because last
honesty.
week you want to talk about ratings.
I'm
Now you wanna
telling you
talk
now.
about
I've
ratings.
got it here.
Hamza,
Was it actually
last week you
5.6?
wanna
It
talk
was
about
genuinely
ratings.
Gallagher, Caicedo, Enzo,
Thank
Rice, and then just pick the other two.
For me, for me, I would go Gallagher,
What a
Rice,
shame.
Enzo
Basmati Rice.
Caicedo, Jorginho. That's fair.
Basmati, look at this
That's
guy.
the order.
What?
Jorginho and Odegaard would be last.
I'm not
Yeah,
mad
yeah, I
at
agree
Rice
on
being second, but you can't say Jorginho and Enzo and Caicedo are the same. Jorginho
That's
was
crazy.
stinky.
Difference. I think Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo are getting way more credit for their
After
defensive performance,
Jorginho stank.
not their actual offensive performance. They didn't do too much offensively. They played the ball through the wing most of the
Yeah,
time.
but the Chelsea midfielders
That's
aren't
their-
there to
that
play
was their job.
offensively. Yeah.
No. I'm giving you guys credit for your defensive performances, but I feel like people were speaking about as if Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo ran the game.
Odegaard was. Yo, I want to talk about
They
Odegaard.
both
How
together
many
nullified
games
you
did
guys and stopped you from being able to play through the middle. You guys
You
were
guys did
forced
well
to play down the
defensively.
wide, and then
That's
when you
not
tried
true.
that,
You did well
Martinelli and
defensively.
Saka were being stopped by Cucurella and Gusto.
You did well defensively, but I seen them misplacing passes going forward. They didn't really do too much going forward. Their
But
job
they
was
did
mostly
their job
defensive.
defensively. We were going to be more defensive-minded going into this game anyway. That was the whole point.
No, I hear that. I gave them credit for their defensive performance, but I'm merely saying Conor Gallagher was the best midfielder. Rice was then second, and I don't think Enzo Fernandez or Caicedo had the game that a lot of your fans are speaking about. Because you yourself, I was on your stream, and these guys were talking about it as if they bossed the game. You remember just the other day how much were they gassing up Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo's performance?
Because they played well.
Odegaard.
They played well.
But not
I don't agree. I'll be real.
Let me just say something here quickly.
not as well as you guys.
This
make
is
it.
honest
Wasn't
question.
Jorginho? Well, didn't you get the 2 goals after Jorginho was substituted as well?
No, but I didn't say Jorginho was the best midfielder. I just
Jorginho was
said-
nowhere near Enzo or Caicedo's level. That's a really bad take, Egal. That's a
Okay,
really
fair
bad
enough.
take.
If you don't want, if you want to, I can. I
He
can
was
retract
second worst
But-
after
but when it
Odegaard.
comes to, but Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, I've been seeing eulogies written about how good they've been, and I just don't think they were that great.
Now listen, the two things I want to say. One thing, first we'll talk about Odegaard. That guy,
Big up Casper.
criminal. Go.
You want to know something?
Criminal.
He
Go.
was.
That guy is a criminal. That guy
Sure.
is no. Now I see. Now you can never ever tell me. Now I know why Real Madrid got rid of him. Now I want to apologize because I've always said to Madrid, you destroyed another talent. I apologize to any Madrid fan if I came for you for Odegaard. This man, I've seen him missing the 3 city games. The 3 city games, I don't even see him. Tell me what he did in that game. One thing, just say Hamza, he passed to Rice. Tell me.
Hamza,
and then I can go on Google.
Hamza, unlike
Tell me
you,
what he did.
unlike you, I'm gonna call it out as it is. Odegaard was shocking. He was terrible.
Okay,
He was one of the worst players on the
Why did, when I said he ghosts in big games, you laughed at me. Liverpool, Anfield, where was he?
You want to know
Liverpool-
something? He's proving
You want
your
to know
agenda
something?
right.
What? Tell me.
He's proving your agenda right. I'm not gonna sit here and defend him.
So big games he disappears.
No, he played bad against Chelsea.
Big games, 3 Man City games, West Ham
Look at this
game,
Real Madrid fraud in the
Liverpool,
chat.
Anfield, Brighton
Bro,
game.
we can't use 3 Man City games because let's be honest. Before the game against City the other day, we're pretty poor against most City games. We've been poor most City games.
3 City games last season, and the City
Bro, we
came
can't
again.
use last season as the example. But
But
guess
but we call out Bruno
yo, Hamza,
Fernandes.
I'm
Once
agreeing
again,
with you, but
hold
yet
on.
somehow
No.
you find a way to go off topic.
Stop it. We call out Bruno.
It's
Fernandes.
disappearing in a big game, a Norwegian thing,
What
Hamza.
does Bruno have to be called out? And
It
then
might be. It might be. a
That's
Norwegian thing.
crazy. That's
Listen,
crazy.
Is this a Norwegian
I'm
thing,
not gonna-
Hamza? Where was
That's an
Haaland in the big game?
insane
Scored
thing.
him by a minute. By a minute.
Hamza,
By a
let me,
minute. Allianz Arena.
Hamza, let me chill.
You know who also scored there? Hoyland and Bruno. That's
Hamza,
also who
Yeah. Then he
Hamza.
scored it. That's
I
what
must
I'm
say,
saying.
what goal against Chelsea?
Hamza,
man.
Odegaard was poor. Odegaard was poor. Your
Cook
goalkeeper
Lewis.
was poor. Zinchenko was poor.
need that
I
as long
spoke
as I
about
can
these
get.
things. The reality is, no Arsenal fans should be sitting here defending him based on his
A
performance.
big game. Look,
What?
let me ask you:
But
Is
guess what?
Madison?
Guess what?
Is
I expect
Madison
him to
better
bounce
than him?
back. I expect him to bounce back and have a better performance against Sheffield United. And going forward, I need to see better
Talk
performance.
about the assist. Talk about that.
Teams.
Look at this. Talk about this. What's Madison versus Odegaard? Talk about this.
Talk to me about Madison versus all your
No,
midfielders.
What's the stat? Wait. I'm gonna put you big screen. What's the stat? Can you zoom in or something? Madison 5 assists in 8 games. Odegaard 8 assists in 55 games. Bloody hell!
I need to fact check that.
There's level to this game. There's
I don't
level
know.
to
I
this
don't know
game.
if that's accurate.
It hurts.
I don't know if
It
that's
hurts
accurate.
Hamza's had enough of Odegaard. He's
One
had
second,
enough.
that
It hurts Arsenal
That
so
doesn't
much.
that doesn't sound
It
accurate.
Why do you hate Odegaard so much, Hamza? Why?
It's because
know.
he doesn't
I
like
don't-
he doesn't like Holland
He's a
slander.
top quality player. I think he's a quality player. But big games, I don't trust him.
Egal, is it fair to say Madison has been better this season?
100%. That's
Is
fair.
it fair to say Szoboszlai been better this season?
Yeah, I told you he has.
I don't know what Szoboszlai has done statistically, but he's played better.
Szoboszlai has been better than him.
He's played
Always.
better. I'm glad.
Ba-
Is it fair to
basically,
say?
Is it fair to say that? One second. Can I ask everyone?
Has Conor
everyone here-
Gallagher been better than Odegaard? Final player. Final question.
Ooh,
Conor Gallagher. Has he
wow.
been better than Odegaard?
Wow.
No, Conor
That's-
Gallagher had one better
I-
game. I don't think he's been better than him on the run of the whole season.
Wow. We're respecting Conor Gallagher.
We
now.
might have
Listen.
enough games to be
Listen.
shameless.
Husam,
that.
can I ask one question? Can the record show? 1 second. Can the record show that this is a 2-2 draw and people are acting like we've lost? Number one, Hamza. Number two, Staffy has been very cordial. I'll give him credit there because usually he likes to go in on Arsenal also. But when it comes to Hamza,
he's talking about Copenhagen. He's talking
Hamza's
about
performance today.
Why
One
am I
second.
catching strays? I'm letting you cook because you're hogging the mic.
You're
also,
next,
and now-
Staffy. Your
But
club
when
is
it
the next
comes,
topic.
bro, you're a real one. Well, I'll give it to you, Staffy. You're a real one. You're keeping it real. Hamza, you're the
Staffy's
biggest
next
fraud here.
topic, by the
Hamza,
way.
you're the biggest fraud here. Hamza,
Even the
you're the
cook
biggest
is like
fraud here.
next week.
Hamza, you're the biggest fraud here because last week when you lost to Arsenal, you couldn't take any criticism. You couldn't be constructive.
Big up
to
Egal
any-
for being honest, at least.
You couldn't be constructive about any criticism towards any of
Why
your
did you
players.
criticize Haaland, huh?
And
Haaland
every
doesn't win the
single
Ballon
time.
d'Or. I'm coming
One
for
second.
Odegaard. Everyone's seen my agenda.
Any
Right.
single time. Once,
No, one
Bro.
second, Egal. Did you just say if Haaland doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, I'm coming for Odegaard? What does
100%.
What does he
I'm
have to
coming
do
for
with
Odegaard.
Odegaard?
Because I did my TikTok and I saw first 1 second. If Messi wins it, he didn't score against Charlotte FC. I just saw it on Friday.
Oh my God, this
Charlotte
guy!
City.
Listen, you can cry all you want. He's winning it. Listen, go hold that.
Okay,
Anyway,
but
let's
won't score against Charlotte FC.
Let's just move on. You know what? I'm gonna give the chat the choice. Chat, this is what we're gonna do in typical This Is Football fashion. No life stories, no paragraphs. You have 3 choices of which topic you want us to speak about next. Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City. Chat, you choose whichever topic you want. No life stories, just write the name of the club because I have something for Hamza if you guys choose City. That's all I'm saying. Big up to Mandy who says, Staffy, tell Hussam I'm being robbed again. Mandy, I'm so sorry I cannot fly to England and save you from being robbed as this video is happening because it would take me about 8 hours to get
Mandy
there.
needs to save that money and invest it in her police department because she's getting robbed week after week. Mandy, I would go question your governor, where is your taxes going? Because clearly the police are not doing what they're supposed to do.
Can't lie to you.
Big up, Mandy.
Big up, Mandy, though. 100%.
Mandy
Can't
thinks
lie
we're
to
the APA. She thinks we're the APA. Who's
Hey,
G-
Hamza's
who-
Farouk.
I
100%.
was gonna say who's JBL and who's Farouk.
Damn. Big up to Simon again with another super chat. Simon Pinero says, Odegaard is Marcus Tavernier with season.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
I can't lie, since the game has happened, we have to thank Chelsea because Odegaard been roasted to fuck. I'm sorry with you. That Gallagher dunking on Odegaard thing is gonna be a thing forever.
Tell you what, Gallagher keeps up for 2 weeks. I might actually start running Gallagher over Odegaard prop.
Let's go. Hey, you know, but all you have to say, Lewis, is based on form. And then you're right. Based on form, Gallagher.
Oh, okay. Based on form, yeah, he's clear. We're already there.
Because you know what they'll say? They'll say, as a footballer, you have to say, no, not technical ability, not any of that, just on form. On form,
Just
he's
on
played
form,
better.
man. The inform card and everything.
Imagine they give him FIFA card. I can't lie, he probably deserves it this week. Anyway, Chat, I can't lie to you. No agendas. I'm seeing 100% more Man United. I'm actually being dead serious. So we have to go to Man United then. Anyway, listen, our 3 teams all won, so it doesn't matter who we start with. Big up everyone in the chat. 620 people are watching us right now, even at this time of the night. Big up to you guys, Habibis. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Let me check how many likes we're on, you frauds. We're only on 215 likes. 620 people in here. In the words of Lewis, meet me at halfway line. 300 likes minimum, so slap that like button. Subscribe to This Is Football right now. Like and subscribe. Everyone who sent in a super chat is going to get a shout out at the end. So love to you all, Habibis. Hit that like button. So, Staffy, Manchester United 2, Sheffield United 1. You know, I can't lie to you. I'm not even trying to cook or anything, but I just want to say I'm a fan of Staffy as well, you know, because I invested in Staffy stocks early. You know, I invested in Staffy stocks real early. And I was watching his watch log. I've never seen a guy this stressed my whole life. This guy was so stressed in the game, but they did end up winning. But talk to us about the game anyway, Staffy. What are your thoughts on the game?
Well, before I speak about the game, let me speak about the frauds in the comments. Because you said I'm going to take a vote, and I'm looking at the comments right now. The amount of people that are saying cook Staffy, I just want you to look in the mirror and just know that you're obsessed. The only difference between you and Staffy's ultimate hater is that at least he embraces it. At least he goes around proudly saying, I am Staffy's ultimate hater. You guys are sitting here on a day where I'm sitting on the top row because I won, and for some reason, you guys still want me to get cooked. You know what that is? That is obsession. You're obsessed with me. You want me to get cooked for no reason. So please go seek some help. You know, I see you guys all on my channel as well. It's like, oh, Staffy's crying, Staffy's crying. We're here for the Staffy tears. There's no tears today because I picked up a win. What do you want me to talk about? I picked up a win on our worst season start to the season ever. We're 6 points behind the league. Well, they're not league leaders anymore because Spurs won today. But we're 6 points behind City, who apparently are this juggernaut and this and that. And you guys want to sit here and cook me. What do you want me to cook? What do you want to cook me for? We went to Bremer Lane. Was the performance well? No, it wasn't well. Did we pick up the points? Yes, we picked up the points. So what do you want me to talk about? Please explain to me. Look, Lauren, here's the thing, Lauren. You think you've done something there. I didn't ask to speak. You asked me to speak. So now I'm speaking. Oh, it's against Sheffield. So why would you vote for something? What do you want me to say? We went there and we picked up 3 points.
I want to ask you why you made Sheffield look good. That's what I want to ask.
First of all, I didn't make Sheffield look good. Let's make this
no, but
clear.
when I say you know I mean Man United.
Okay. Why did the Sheffield look good? I'll tell you why Sheffield looked good. First of all, Sheffield looked good in the first half. They didn't look good in the whole 90 minutes. But it mainly came down to toxic tash. Wallahi, this is not al-ahwa, so we don't have a lot of Arab speakers, but il-hastizi. Anyways, because you always sit there and this guy just sits here and he hates him in every show that I'm. Yeah, bro. I'm
Staffy's ultimate hater 445.
Yo, Staffy, get used to it, bro. Do you not see the chat?
Listen,
I got Arsenal fans. I got Arsenal fans
guys.
themselves. They should be Egal hater accounts.
Yeah. Listen, bro. I've had enough of these guys. I'm not gonna be nice to them anymore. I've had enough of these guys. I sit here and I pretend it's all fun. It's all jokes. I've had enough of these guys. You guys are sit there and you're just obsessed. That's all you are doing. You're obsessed. And next week, when I dunk on Hamza, and I am saying it right now, when I dunk on Hamza, yes, I will say, and I will speak with chest, because you know what? I have nothing to lose. You think if I lose to Hamza next week in a respectable manner, Hamza's gonna say he's gonna be like, you know what, Staffy didn't really talk with chest, so I'm gonna let him off the hook. No, I already know I'm a dead man walking. I have a week to cook Hamza as much as I can, because even if I lose, Hamza's gonna come after me anyways. So I will speak with chest. But next week, what are you going to do in the chat when I'm sitting here with 3 points? Please explain to me. Yeah, no one is going to say anything. So I'm going to sit here.
We can include, by the way, you know, Staffy. You know, me and you spoke about this. We can include Man United and Man City in the same section. It is a City United, as they call it, you know. So the question is, did you see how stressed Hamza was against Brighton? Did you see that? By the way, there's
I've seen how stressed he was.
I'd love to see. I haven't seen anything.
Oh, there's a sticker.
We'll show you now in a second. By the way, big up to Vel for another gift. It's time for Staffy. Big up to you.
What did I do? I won.
Vel. Oh my.
Joe.
That's actually that's a sick edit.
Nah,
probably
you
one of
gotta
the
run
best
with that,
players.
bro.
Wallah,
That's
still
sick.
dissing. You're dissing my
That's
guy.
sick. Wallah, you have to run.
Where's
with
his
that.
neck? What the fuck?
Ah,
Go
man,
get
No, but
Staffy
that's
Joe,
Samoa.
bro. We're here for it.
Samoa, that, by the way, that has nothing to do with Staffy. Samoa Joe is the guy that has no neck. So, did you guys see how stressed this Hamza was at the watch logs? I have pictures. If he denies he was stressed right
Oh,
now,
and you'll be stressed
I'll
next week,
expose it.
Hamza. Don't worry. I've beaten you with Ole. I can
Oh,
definitely beat you with this team.
you want to act like you weren't stressed? You
I
know what? I
wasn't
got two
stressed.
DMs. I got
Listen.
two DMs after the game.
No,
One
listen.
guy went,
I wasn't
watched your whole
stressed.
watch along. Look at this. Look at this.
Listen,
Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at Hamza. Look at Hamza's face.
I'm
Look at this.
relaxing. Is that not a
This is
person?
relaxed.
How you
Hamza
relax
right
and you're
there.
sitting like this?
No, 1 second. Is that not a pose someone's
Who
relaxed?
sits like this
It
and
looks
is
like you
relaxed?
just saw Havertz
Okay,
go around.
okay. This is what I'm gonna
Porto.
end you right now. Is this a relaxed pose? Go on. Is this you
It
relaxed?
looks like you saw
What
Mahrez
about
put the ball
doing
over the bar in Porto.
This guy was eating his shirt. Look at this. Look at this.
He looked like he's.
I
in
will
distress.
actually put it on share screen right now because this guy wanna be shameless. Hamza, Brighton were stressing you out. Don't lie.
He
Don't
looks
lie.
distraught.
No, at all. Not at all.
Hamza,
Not at all.
Hamza, you went on Spaces
You-
after the
you
United
stressed-
game and
you
you said
stressed on
Sheffield
Brighton.
cooked Man United.
No, listen. We were 2-0 up within 15 minutes. So why would I be
Hamza, you were
stressed
shitting yourself with the seagulls. I knew you were, Hamza.
No,
you
no,
were worried.
when-
Listen, you know when you go to the beach and the seagulls come down and they just steal your bag of Doritos and they leave? That's what you were worried about. You
listen,
thought the seagulls
no.
were going to take your 3 points and leave.
Only
And you were
when I went
panicking.
when I went 10 men down, I was thinking, oh my god, I need to grind it out with 10 men.
Bro,
But
I
you
have
know
the
what?
sticker of you, Hamza.
I did what I need to do with 10 men and I grinded out of the win. The most important thing is coming out a win. And to me, I think my players were absolutely exceptional. I think
Allah.
Tom was brilliant. I think Rodri.
Why are you
was,
lying? You
Doku was-
literally were about to tell the truth, and then you changed it last minute.
How does this
Guys,
look
look
like
how
someone
relaxed
who's not
Hamza was.
stressed?
One second.
Yeah,
أنا
yeah,
بدي
look,
أعملها
it's right here.
share
It's a
screen.
sticker.
لا حاعملها share screen. هيها it's sharing right now.
Yeah, I see
Thoughts
it. We see it.
on your thoughts on non-stressed Hamza, please, guys. See
How
how
does this guy look not
unstressed he
stressed?
is. See how unstressed he is. Oh,
Guys,
it gets worse.
are we on the
guys.
Man
Just
City
Looks like
section?
Rodrigo just bagged another
Just give
one
me
at
5
7.
seconds right now because it gets worse.
Hey, leave me
Gets
alone,
worse.
man.
No.
Hey,
1
leave-
second. 1 second. Make sure you subscribe to Hamza Talks Ball for when he acts like he's not stressed. Because there's another one that is even worse than this. He was literally eating his shirt. Look at this. Look at this. Talking about I wasn't stressed. This was a calm
Hey,
win.
why are you exposing me?
See?
Oh,
There you are.
Listen,
There you
Oh
are.
my god.
Guys, does this
Oh
look
my
like he's
God.
not stressed?
This is not stress. So what does stress
This
look
is not
like then?
stressed.
I don't want to
Wallahi,
see
he's
Hamza
about to
stressed.
cry.
Let's all
Yo.
copy him. This is Hamza. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. This him.
Hey,
I'm not
yo.
stressed. Oh my god.
Hey,
I'm
can I
so
give you
not
guys-
stressed.
bro,
Can
you
I
look
give you
like
guys
me
some-
when Trossard equalized.
I don't
Remember,
do
Can I
what-
give you guys some facts about Hamza's team that he doesn't want no one to talk about? This season, expected XG for goals, they're 9th. You got Chelsea, Tottenham, Brentford, Brighton, Aston Villa, Liverpool, and Newcastle have better XG than them for expected goals this season. You go to big chances created. This season, they're sitting 8th. Chelsea, Brentford, Everton, Liverpool, Tottenham, Brighton, and Newcastle are ahead of them. Big chances
What about you?
missed this season. They have 14 big chances missed this season out of their and they only have 19 goals on the board. You have Brighton who have more goals than them. Newcastle have more goals than them. Liverpool have more goals than them. Tottenham have more goals than them. Aston Villa have more goals than them. So when you're talking about the City team, keep the same energy you keep for Arsenal. They're not the same team this season. They've been performing poorly.
Same
And-
energy, Hamza.
And when we talk about Arsenal being bad, we talk about Arsenal's goal scoring output. Hamza,
Listen.
speak to me about
Okay.
your team's
Okay.
goal scoring output. And I
Okay.
don't want to hear no victim mentality
Easy,
about Kevin De
easy,
Bruyne.
easy,
I don't want to
easy.
hear about any of this other stuff. I want to hear the honest truth.
Easy,
Are you going to
easy.
show the same honest truth to your team that you show to
Easy.
Arsenal?
Easy. Everyone says every single season, what do City start? They start slow. Everyone says that. City often start slow. Their month comes around February, and this is the talk from everyone. They come from February.
Hamza, your fraudulence is reaching Canada. You understand?
No.
this?
1 second. 1 second.
Lauren in Canada is saying, I guess Hamza smiles and laughs when he's anxious and stressed. So basically, it's a reverse for you. So this is you relaxed. So if you're laughing, it means you're stressed. Is this it?
No. Listen, I was not used to doing that watch along. I started doing that watch along. Then I was like, yo, times are harsh here. And people,
This
yo,
guy, I'm
No. Go back to
Hamza
address the
twice.
stat. 1
Listen.
second. Husam, you're giving him an out.
The man said
Who's
times
that?
are
No, I'm
harsh
not.
here. This
No, I'm
City
not, bro.
struggle
This
gimmick
guy-
needs to die, bro.
No,
No,
one
no
second.
struggle.
Listen, no. The
This
only
guy
issue
was
is
already talking
You've
about
only just
Deserbi
lost
replacing
back-to-back games for the first time in 5 years.
there's some frauds on that who come to my
Actually
watch.
3 games. 3.
One second.
Newcastle,
Okay, a little
Carabao
bit.
Cup as well.
No, there's some.
What do you mean no?
some people-
Newcastle, Wolves, and Arsenal. What do you mean no?
No, I'm just saying. There's some people who came to my space here, to my watch along, and they start stressing me. Say, "Oh, it's 2-2 Hamza." So I
it's
stop
the comment section now. Oh,
So I
okay.
stop-
He's
wait,
blaming the
wait,
comment
listen.
section, you guys.
Wallahi, listen, I'm talking to them. We're
Egal, I'm
banned.
getting pressing
I'm
him. Trust me, I
enjoying
know
it.
how to ruin
Listen,
this guy,
I,
right?
I was talking to these guys, yeah, and then suddenly 2-1, and someone goes, "Yes, Hamza's 2-2." Then I said, "I'm not watching the. I refuse to read the comments." So because the guy made me nervous, he made me believe that it's 2-2.
You know how I know you're lying? I came
We
into your
don't feel
stream
bad
when it
for
was
you.
2-0.
Stop it.
Don't lie. It was 2-0 to City and you were stressed. Don't lie. You
No,
know,
it's
how I know he
2-1.
was stressed?
I
One
thought
second,
it was
Hamza,
2-1.
because someone has to offer the facts. Let me tell you the facts. He was asking
was
when
2-1,
Deserbi's
someone got
contract
2-2.
expires. 1 second. He was asking when Deserbi's contract expires so he can replace Pep. This guy this how stressed he was. He was thinking what Pep's replacement already. Yeah, drink some tea.
No,
Drink some
someone
tea.
lied to me, and I was on real time. Someone said, "Oh, you've equalized," and I was like, "What the hell?" I stopped commenting.
Guys,
Listen,
he's lying.
listen.
He's lying. That was
Let
not
me,
the
let
case.
me,
It's
let me,
haram.
Can you
let
talk
me-
about
let
your
me
lack of
answer-
chances created that Egal
let-
just
let-
said?
Let me
Go on.
answer. Okay, let me answer a question. People often say it's easy. People often say, Egal, you know when you ask that question, you thought I was gonna say, "Oh my god, I'm so..." No, I do it every season. City starts slow. Fact. Everyone will tell you that. And number two, the only thing that got you triggered is because you had 0 created chances in the last 180 minutes against Chelsea and Man City. You could not even mention me a clear chance on goal for City when I asked you last time, and Chelsea. You did not create an open chance
Why are
on
we
goal.
lying once again?
Except Nketiah. No, you did not. You did not. It's a fact.
Hamza,
It's
why
a
are we
fact.
lying?
It's a fact. I asked you and you couldn't tell me the clear chances. Yeah. So you didn't have a clear cut chances. I had Vardio header cleared off the line. Ake could have scored. Alvarez could have scored. I mentioned it.
Wait. So
Brighton
you're
had
mentioning
chances when I was 2-0 up.
1
I
second.
was 2-0 up.
So,
But you know,
so your excuse is to deflect to Arsenal. I asked you, Hamza, why is it Aston Villa has more goals than you? You're saying it happens every year.
no, Aston Villa has more goals than me.
Yeah.
The reason why Aston Villa has more goals than me is because I should be scoring more goals this season, but my striker hasn't been scoring those chances. And also the other
so
thing.
Haaland's a fraud.
No, he's the top scorer. How can I call it fraud? How can
So what are you getting to?
we're not finishing our chances, but it doesn't mean we're bad. We often start this slow, but we will continue. Our best peak is February, March. I'll see you in February,
Okay,
March.
so why don't you have the same energy for Arsenal? We're not finishing our chances.
You guys, you often start very quick and you slow down.
Wait. Besides the last season, when have we ever started quick?
Yo, last season was I don't remember because he used to finish 8th. I'm not gonna watch you.
That's a bit of an L.
So, I
what
don't
are you
care.
chatting about?
Bro,
Season before they lost their first 3 in a row, didn't they?
Yeah, so what is he on about?
Yeah.
Hamza, you
I'm
are
gonna watch
basically
that
waffling through the stream. I've given you an example of why City have been poor this season. You said to me, it happens every year. I tell you, why do you have a different energy for Arsenal? You're like, oh, because we started well last season.
Okay, Egal, can I answer the reason why I
Make it
didn't
make
watch
sense.
the reason why the 2 seasons ago I didn't watch you? Because you're frauds. You're not my challengers. What am I going to spend my time watching someone who doesn't even challenge me? I'm not going to. I'm sorry.
Hamza, just take the L and keep it moving.
So who's going to challenge you then? Who's going to challenge you?
Hamza, just take the L and keep it moving. Wallahi, just take the L.
Who's going to challenge
Hamza,
me?
who's going to challenge you if it's not Arsenal then?
I've always been scared of Liverpool. I've said it from last season. I told you last season.
might.
But you keep playing this victim mentality. You guys are
Who's playing the victim mentality?
Oh my God. Who, me or
You're
Egal?
chatting shit, bro.
Liverpool.
Hamza, wallahi, for once,
No, you
Victim
Hamza.
mentality.
Guys,
do me a favor. Put your hand up. Say my team has not started. Hamza, repeat after me. Put your hand up. Say my team has not started well this season. Newcastle and Aston Villa and all these and Liverpool and Tottenham have more goals than me. And
by the way,
and it's
you're here trying to cook us. You know, you're only 1 point above Villa. You know this, right?
And I've lost two. And I've lost 2 games, but I'm ahead
Yeah,
of.
and you're only 1 point above Aston Villa. Why you act
we're
like
tied
you're
on
10
points.
above
We're
us?
tied on
I've
points.
lost 2 games, and I'm ahead of you. And
guess what? One of those games was to Arsenal.
And your biggest rival.
Are you Rodri FC now? Is Man City Rodri FC?
Hamza, wallahi, today
Why are you
you're
struggling
dancing.
to create
You're
chances?
dancing, bro. You're dancing.
Why are you not keeping clean sheets? You know, Hamza, I'll tell you something. You don't realize all the questions you asked Egal are valid questions to you as well. Look at your own team. City don't look scary. And let me address this fraud right here in the chat.
I'm not scary.
No, 1 second, because I felt Discovery says City's winning the PL. None of you can say that. I'll tell you right now, City ain't winning the Prem. I'll say it publicly right
Are you
now.
winning? Are you winning it?
Hamza, let me
Are
respond to my
you
guy.
winning it?
Let me respond. This is not
You're not
a
going to
Twitter
win.
space.
You don't
You
trust
don't
your team.
understand. This is not a Twitter space. I'm not Harry Richards. You can't press me. IFL. City is not winning the Premier League. I'm saying this
So
publicly.
who's winning it?
The winner of the Premier League this season is either Liverpool or Arsenal. If I sign, let me speak. If I sign a centre back and a DM in January, then I think I can win the league. So far, I think Arsenal are more likely to win it than us. But I'm not putting City as league champions. I'm not. I'm putting
think we
City.
can sign Ivan Toney in
This is where you
January.
have to let people land. I'm putting City as Champions League winners. You will win back-to-back UCL, but you will finish second in the league. That's honest opinion.
Who did he say last season? Who's going to win the league last season? Who did he say?
Last season, I said City. I predicted City. My
No.
predictions are
No.
He
One
wanted
second, let me
Arsenal to win, but he always said City.
No, he said.
You can't
Arsenal
find it because it's the
will win
old
the league.
account.
I swear, Arsenal will win the league. He said Arsenal
No,
win
no,
the
that's
league.
a lie.
No.
That's a lie.
Bro, he didn't even
Osama,
have us in top
come on,
4
man.
to start the season.
No, I had them fifth. I predicted Arsenal to come
Oh
fifth.
my God, Osama predicted Arsenal going to win the league. I remember.
Hamza, last season, I wanted Arsenal to win the league, but I predicted City to win the league. You understand? Big difference.
You said it. You said Arsenal, man. I remember. Very
No.
clear.
Wallahi al-azim. Wallah. Oh, you know, I'm not saying wallah and lie. Wallahi al-azim, at the start of the season, I put City first. Wallahi al-azim.
Even
Here,
when
I'm not gonna lie.
even when Arsenal lead in the race, you still thought.
Bro, I'm telling you, when I made my predictions, wallahi, I put City first. Wallahi, I put City first.
Even when Arsenal were leading the race by January, February.
Yeah, I last season I chose you to win the league. This season I'm choosing you to win the UCL. I think you will win Champions League. I think you'll go back to back, but I don't think you'll win the league.
We'll see.
Hold that. Anyway, let me just read these super chats before we go to Liverpool. Final topic. By the way, stick around, you guys, so we can send you over to Staffy TV as well in a second. Where would the rest be with 14 players injured? Use your brains. Arsenal cry without Partey and City cry without Rodri. Chelsea and United will improve. Mandy, big up Judge Mo, who actually said something at the start of the season. We all thought he's crazy. Chelsea actually, at the start, he kept saying, look better than Man United, even with both of them getting shit results, because Chelsea have a style of play.
We have Lindelof playing left back, bro.
I don't think
Love it, bro.
that's not an excuse in my opinion. I don't
It's
think
not an excuse. Yeah, I know it's not an excuse. It's the reason. I just gave you a reason.
Yeah,
You want me to go through the list?
I think with Manchester United, their biggest issue is they have not established a style of play. Ten Hag cannot have a team out here looking like crap against Sheffield. We come here, sometimes we cook, sometimes we waffle, but we also have to be honest. Sheffield are 20th. They held 8 to Newcastle. You barely beat them. That's like an insult, to be honest with you.
And I'm a point behind Newcastle, by the way.
Yeah. That's fine. Big up to you, Mandy. Big up to Samba, who says Hamza is right. Arsenal always fall off after Christmas. It's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see. I can't lie to you. It's too early.
They don't look like it.
One thing I can guarantee is Spurs ain't going to be in this dance. So, yeah. Big up to you, Samba. Thanks so much for the super chat. Speaking of Spurs, big up to Will, who says, big up Staffy, my guy. Hamza, hope you're not too injured. Hussam, keep coming with those predictions. Bin our 12th man this season. Egal winning at home against Fulham ain't for everyone. Chin
they couldn't beat Fulham in the cup. So it's ironic.
You know, Will, for someone who has a great setup, when it comes to your own club, you're just so out of context. It's funny how out of context you are. Anyone who watched today's game, it was literally 2 Bassi mistakes. And if Fulham had 5%, if Fulham had I will actually fully watch the game. If Fulham had 5% more creativity in the final third, they would have won the game.
It
Fulham,
hurts.
You know, they're
Fulham-
averaging some of the best stats in the league this season. Like that's something you can't discuss.
eye
If
test
they-
over stats. Does Staffy not always say eye test over stats?
I do both.
But you say stats of stat. You
Eye
use
test
stats
today,
to-
And
Bassi,
they
goal
pass both
mistake.
with me.
Today, 2 mistakes, Bassi. I promise you, if you watch the game, Willian, the other stupid winger, Vinicius, Raul Jimenez, Harry Wilson, when he came on, every single one of them got into dangerous positions. Not a single one of them could make a single right decision. I promise you right now, Staffy, if you go watch the highlights, you will see 7-8 Fulham moments. No exaggeration. I'm not even lying. Spurs were so lucky.
I'm just
and
tired of
jammy
hearing
and dodgy
Spurs
today.
slander every game. Every game.
No,
I don't
let it
even like
continue.
Spurs.
Let it run.
No,
Let it run.
you know what it is. I'm
Lewis,
sick
did
of-
you watch the game? Who
I'm
else
sick of
watched the
hearing
game
about
today?
this.
I watched it. Fulham just looked crap, in all honesty. They
Yeah,
never
and then
really
but
looked like
towards
they
the
were
end,
doing
did you
There's
see
an
what they were doing?
excuse. There's always an excuse.
I'll be real. After the second goal, it was just like game done. You know,
Oh,
you
you
just
didn't
start
watch,
zoning
fair enough.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, but Fulham actually became so much better after the second goal. They generally had 8-9 chances. Like it's mad. It's mad. Fuck the
There's an
statistics,
that's
excuse
bro.
why
every
they
game.
had to push for it.
Every game is jammy. I hear that word jammy from you a lot. I'm gonna send you
They
jam
are
all
very
the way to
jammy,
Jordan.
very lucky
I'll send-
Spurs.
you know what? I'm gonna go since it's October. I'm gonna go one of South Jersey's forums for Fright Fest, and I'm gonna buy you some jam and send it to you because you like to say that a lot. It's the only team that you never call out for jammy wins is your team. When you get a penalty from what's his name, the guy that used to play for us, Michael Keane, when he does a stupid handball in the box and you get gifted a penalty. When your center back, what's his name, Konate should have been sent off and he doesn't get sent off. No one talks about it. But when it's Spurs that win, oh, it's jammy.
You
this,
can
this,
talk
and
about
that.
it.
When United win, oh, it's jammy. This, and that. But when you wins like this, oh, it's never jammy. The energy is never shared. You know,
Yo,
it's
what happened to
the pure
Udogie?
agenda.
Why did he
So
get
is
taken
this the part that you said you're gonna cook me? Let me just shit on your everything you just said. Everything
Oh,
you
that-
just said, I'm gonna shit on
you
it. Right?
listen. You got scared of Spurs today. That's all it is. That's
No,
that's what
wallah,
you're
I'm not
doing.
scared.
You're scared
Wallah.
of Spurs. You're scared of Spurs, and you're talking about Spurs a lot. And people called you out on Twitter. You can put yourself on big screen all you
If
want.
Tottenham
It's not gonna
Hotspur
change the truth.
challenge for the league, I will dye my hair white and I will sing "Oh when the Spurs go marching in." That's how unscared I am of Spurs. Screen record this right now. Clip this right now. If Tottenham Hotspur challenge for the English Premier League title, I will dye my hair white and
And
I
you're
will
gonna wear
sing, "Oh,
Tottenham
when the
shirt."
Spurs go marching
Wait,
in."
define challenge. Define
Okay,
challenge.
define challenge. Let's not all bullshit here. Let's be honest. Let's use last season an example.
Last 5
season,
games.
Yeah, let me respond. Arsenal challenged, Man United didn't challenge. Simple. If you want to use that as a measuring stick, right, like that. If the last game ends and they're 5-6 points behind, you can tell me they challenged. Don't come tell me if they're 10-15 points behind, they challenged. They ain't gonna
So
challenge for
6
shit.
points is the
Spurs
barometer.
fall off. Inshallah, we'll be there, and I'll be the first guy to shit on them because this is the most overhyped, jammy shit I've seen my whole life. Now, let me tell you the difference.
You tweeted. Listen, you
Can I
tweeted a
just
title
respond? Can I
charge.
just
You
respond, please?
tweeted
Let me
about a
respond.
title charge. Hold on.
Egal,
you
what would you do if they win
you-
the
so- hold
Premier
on,
League?
hold on.
Allow me. Can I respond?
No, let me
please? And then
finish,
wallahi
man.
you
Let
can
me
cook.
finish. You
Go ahead,
tweeted.
go ahead.
You tweeted before they played their game. You said this is going to be a title race for the ages. Why didn't you wait for them to play their game? Actually, why didn't you tweet today?
Because I don't think Spurs are
corrected your
going to be in
tweet.
a title race. That's why.
One
So you
second.
had
You
to wait for
genuinely-
them to have
You
one game.
actually think Spurs are going to be in a title race. You
No,
genuinely-
if you watch the terrace today, I actually told them they're not going to be in a title race.
Okay,
But I don't
خلاص
wake
then.
up every day tweeting about Spurs like I'm obsessed about
That
them.
had nothing to
like
do
you
with
do.
Spurs. Had
Yes,
nothing
you
to do
did.
with Spurs.
You
No, it
bro,
didn't.
you tweet
No, it
about
didn't.
Spurs way too much.
No,
Way
it
too
didn't.
much.
No,
Yes,
it didn't.
yes,
No,
you
it
do.
Because he talks about
Twitter-
every club.
Okay, Egal.
No.
Let me disprove you with Egal. Egal, me and you had a conversation 2 months ago. Did I not say Liverpool City and Arsenal will challenge?
Yes.
Did I not say that?
Yes.
I've been on this Liverpool City Arsenal thing for the last 3 months. Has nothing to do with Spurs. Spurs' fall off will happen, and we'll be there.
Bro,
Inshallah,
by the way,
Spurs
Spurs have Miguel Sarr, Basuma, and Son leaving for cup for international
Sarr.
cups in the middle of the
Oh,
season.
Pape Mata Sarr.
Yeah. So let's not act like they're not going to be missing 3 key players.
So
For-
what?
for-
Liverpool won't have
for-
Salah, that arguably
it
the best
depends on
player in
what
the
games
league. What
they
does that
have
even
then.
mean?
We have a lethal attack. Why are you comparing us to them?
Ooh,
There's no way you're gonna sit here and
United at
pretend-
homes at that time.
Bro,
United.
don't act like Son, Basuma, and Sarr is the same miss as Salah and Endo.
I didn't say that. But if you're gonna sit
The only
here
thing
every
is
week
it's only
and
2 league
well, I
games.
can't even speak to
They
that.
only
Is it
missed
only
2
two league
games.
games?
Yeah, only 2 games in January. So they missed Man United at home, Man United away, and Brentford at home.
They could lose both those games.
Oh, Brentford at home if Tony's back. Interesting.
Listen, Tony might be at Arsenal by then. Who knows? Is it in
Or
January?
Chelsea. Or Chelsea.
Staffy, it's not an upgrade. It's they have
Yeah.
downgrades. Like if you say Mo Salah, I think is the best player in the league right now. But if we're
Yes, and
saying
when the best player in the league is missing, you have to talk about it. But no one is talking about it.
100%. But now the levels below that. يعني هسه if you remove Son from Spurs, they have to play Richarlison up top. But if you remove Salah from Liverpool, I,
I
could
hear
put
that.
Diaz.
Maybe
I
go
can put
watch
Diaz
back
and
the Terrace
Jota on the
today.
wing.
Listen, if you go back and watch the Terrace today, I was talking to Deji and I told Deji that he's showing that he's never been in title race before because he's getting overexcited. That is not my point. At the end of the day, I don't think they'll go for the league because they will have a slump. Every new manager comes in. If he starts well, that's good. But eventually you're going to hit a slump because you're not immortal. So at some point, you're going to hit a slump. And it's going to be based on how they bounce back. If they bounce back from their slump whenever it happens well, then I'll entertain the thought of a title race. Plus, it's only October. I'm embarrassed the fact that we're even saying these words in October. It should be censored until at least New Year.
The reality
After
is,
December, we'll start talking about. 1 second.
You're
Staffy, can I ask you a
right.
genuine
Just
question?
1 second.
If me
One
and you
thing,
agree they won't be in a title race,
Yeah.
what are you mad at exactly?
Yeah.
I'm not. The reason I am mad because is if any of our teams were doing what they're doing right now, we would be flying. If United were doing what Spurs are doing right now, and it's 9 games, and we lost 0 games so far in the league, and we're top of the league, we'd be talking about a title chance. I'm telling you, I'd be that shameless. I'd be talking about it. You would be doing it. Hamza would do it. Egal would do it.
bro,
Lewis would
I'm
do it.
undefeated and I'm getting cooked.
But because hold on, and you're not on top of the league. So what? I'm talking about them being top of the league right now. But because it's little Spurs and we're used to bullying them, and now we can't bully them because they've outgrown the bullying that we used to give them.
Good manager.
Now we're
Well, they
upset.
haven't outgrown anything.
Now we're upset.
And you know,
Okay,
You-
can I
that's-
tell you
that's
the
what you
honest
think
thing about
right now.
Spurs?
You
Yeah,
want
let
to
me
say
say
Husam,
Listen,
before you land, let me
you
just
want
say
to
this.
stay shitting on
Staffy,
them, and that's
Staffy, we both
Staffy.
agree
Staffy,
that
did
they're
you actually
playing
say
well.
you're scared of Spurs on the terrace?
bro. His name is Staffy's ultimate hater. Do you take anything
1
he
second.
says about me seriously?
Nah, he's joking.
Of course, he's
Listen,
gonna say every line in the book, bro. I don't even
Big up,
entertain him.
big up my
Staffy's
guy.
ultimate hater.
Big up
Staffy,
Staffy's ultimate
simple
hater.
question.
Keep sending
Staffy,
more
simple
screenshots.
question. We both agree. You just don't like the fact that we are not starting off by praising them. That's the
Yeah.
reality.
That's it, basically. But we
Because
agree.
they are getting unneeded. When they start losing, we will slander them. So
Bro,
why are we
you
slandering them when
slander
they're
me.
winning?
We don't even lost the game yet.
Bro, I'm slandering you based on dropping.
He got
points.
you there.
They
still.
did no, he didn't because
We
they
haven't
at
lost
least-
the game.
Bro, how many points have they dropped?
I think they've dropped 4 points.
Okay, how many points have you dropped?
6.
Okay, so did you
How
drop
many
more
points
points
have
to them?
Spurs stole compared to Arsenal?
What?
Different.
See, here you go, man. You want to sit here and keep
The
saying
reality.
Jamie, stole, heist, Luke, and you're using all these words, and they're still on top of the league.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
think you say
okay.
at least
You
like,
wanna
listen,
unpack
it's the same
Spurs.
thing. I'll tell you something. You
Let
guys are
me land, let me
shameless.
land.
You're
Egal.
jealous.
100%.
They're jealous. I
You know
swear.
what? They're as shameless as everyone in the
Stop.
chat that today
Stop.
was saying
Wait.
that. Well, let me finish. They're as shameless as everyone in the chat today saying you must cook Staffy today. They didn't even wait for me to lose a game to say cook stuff. They want to cook me whether I win or lose or draw. That's the same thing Spurs are getting right now. They haven't even lost today, and we're supposed to cook them. They win
Lewis,
games,
Staffy,
and I
who
see
told me
tweets
to
about
cook them?
them.
Who
Staffy,
told me
no
to
one's
cook
cooking
them?
them.
No one's
You
cooking
cook them
them.
every day.
What's up?
Every day I
No,
go on
no,
Twitter,
no,
and for
no,
some
no.
reason the Spurs slander. You're
What's up?
dedicating shows
Because
calling them
Staffy, I
imposters,
was
but somehow you're
literally,
not slandering.
what did I say? I said Man United, Man City, and Liverpool. We finished Man
What's
United
up?
and City. I was going to segue to Liverpool. I wasn't even going to talk about Tottenham Hotspur. Now you're forcing me
Yeah.
to talk. If you unpack the Spurs thing, they beat 4 of the bottom 4 teams: Bournemouth, Luton, Sheffield, and Burnley. By definition, they played the 4 easiest teams. Opta stats, forget Hussam. Fuck what Hussam says. Opta has them having the easiest start in the whole league. That's number 2. Number 3, when you look at games, for example, the Luton game, it was recent. There's no need for us to create stuff. Lewis done a watch along. You can ask him. Luton, in a period of 15 minutes, missed about 4 right in front of the goal chances. And Spurs ended up escaping that game with a 1-0. Today, against Fulham, you can ask people. Staffy's ultimate hater right here says it in a super chat. So he's saying, in the second half, every 6 minutes, they were having a chance. If you just watch that second half, forget the fact his name is in the second half, Fulham got to their goal about 6, 7, 8 times, but because Harry Wilson and Vinicius and Willian and Carter Vickers and blah 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 couldn't do anything with it, they end up leaving with a win. And the 2 goals they scored factually were 2 Bassi mistakes. Bassi passed it to the Spurs player. It cannot be a clearer mistake than this. And then Liverpool, we all saw the heist, PGMOL apology, and then after that, Premier League independent referees panel comes out and says Jota shouldn't have been sent off. So clearly a robbery over there. So I'm saying now, here's what I will do, Staffy, because you want me to be fair, I will be fair. Spurs now next, they're gonna play Chelsea, they're gonna play Manchester City, they're gonna play Aston Villa. Let's see how, as you said yourself, how they bounce back after a loss. Let's see how they act if one of their players gets injured. The reason why the Salah and the Son thing is not comparable, when you take Son out from Spurs, Son, who's their main goal scorer, you have Richarlison and Kulusevski, who both have done nothing this season. But if you take Salah out, at least I can play Diaz 2-3 games. I'll live. I'm not saying I'm going to be unbelievable. I won't be, because Mo Salah is the best player in my opinion. But at least I will live, because Diaz has 3-4 goals, Jota has 3-4 goals, Gakpo has 3-4 goals, Nunez has 3-4 goals. So I have a lethal attack. It's not the same for Spurs. And that's the reason why me and you agree that they won't be in a title race. So I'm just anticipating.
Okay, so when that happens, okay, you can anticipate, but when that happens, you're not just anticipating. You're talking about what happened. Every time they win, they get dissed. And that's the thing that doesn't sit well with me. People can sit here. By the way, everyone in the comments, you can sit here and cry all you want. I'm going to drink your tears. Everyone call me a Spurs lover and Arsenal haters all you want. I couldn't give a shit. You're sitting here and you're hating on them. The facts are they have better stats than most teams in the league this season. And if I have the time, I would sit here and list all these stats. But number one, I'm not a Spurs fan, so I don't look into depth with it. And secondly, they are on the top of the table right now, deservedly. When they start dropping and when they lose, I'll be here to criticize them. But to criticize them when they're not even playing bad, when they deserve to be where they are, and for me to defend that, I'm called a hater. Well, Hamza must be a hater too. Sorry, an Arsenal hater too, because he's saying the same thing. He's saying
Hamza's an Arsenal hater.
I think the biggest hate that people are jealous. Listen, give credit to them. They play.
Why would anyone be jealous of Spurs?
One second.
Because you want to bully them.
Why are we talking like?
Leicester City.
Why are we doing this?
My entire life, I've seen them lift one Carabao Cup. You're telling me I'm jealous of
Spurs? 1 second. I've won the league most, yeah. So I know about winning leagues.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, and you're Tottenham's bitch.
No, you haven't. Staffy has won the league most out of us here, and I'm in second.
How many have you seen?
Egal is in third.
I've won more league titles than you too.
No, how many have you seen? How many have you seen?
It doesn't matter. How many have my club?
I know, but you can watch Google and YouTube to see the.
It doesn't matter how many I've seen.
I can tell you stories.
Hamza.
1 second.
I won 19. Staffy won 20. Egal 13. So we're top 3.
You have to give credit to a team that's top of the league, that are playing one of the most beautiful football that I've seen. A manager that you all laughed at, yeah, we all laughed and thought they came from Scottish League, playing Hibernian Kilmarnock.
I think me and Hussein
is coming to this league. 1 second, is coming to this league. Has lost Harry Kane. Have some shame.
They transferred him. They didn't lose him.
You don't get back.
Hamza, can I ask you a question before you do a monologue? Are Spurs going to be in the title race? Are Spurs in the title race?
The fact that, do you think I would take everyone seriously? When Leicester won,
Hamza,
bro, you don't take Arsenal
because you don't get the question. Egal, 1 second. I don't think
Arsenal can win it. Arsenal can win it.
Hamza, okay, chill. Hamza, I ask you a genuine question. Forget agendas. 1 second. I'll ask Hamza a genuine question. Right now, okay. You said you're not scared of Arsenal. You're only scared of Liverpool, correct? So in your mind, do you think it's going to be a City-Liverpool title race, right?
No. Listen.
Okay, so who's in the race? Tell us the clubs that are in the race.
The team that's there. Liverpool are there. Arsenal.
Okay.
But the fact
so you don't think Spurs are there?
No, 1 second. But the fact
so he agrees with you, Hussam.
1 second.
So that's Staffy.
No, 1 second. You see, when you haven't won a league for a long time, you think that. But the fact that I have seen.
I won it 3 years ago.
Yeah, once. 1 second. You even drink it.
Doesn't matter. It's not a long time. It's 3 years ago is not a long time.
The fact that I saw Leicester City, and this is exactly what started people taking them lightly. See, you say, but they kept playing and playing. They've got easy run. They got Europa League not to play. They don't need to play.
How are you comparing them to Leicester?
All they need to concentrate. 28
How are you
games.
comparing them to Leicester, Hamza?
If they win 25 games out of 20 after the last 20 games, they've won they'll probably win the league.
Okay, but
Okay.
Hamza, you know why you cannot compare them to Leicester? Because that season, Arsenal were crap, Man United were crap, Manchester City were crap, Liverpool were crap. Leicester did an anomaly. And actually, Leicester's anomaly is against Tottenham Hotspur. Your problem is you just said this is my problem. Okay, I'll just say my problem, and then after that, all of you can respond. My biggest problem is me and Egal say Spurs are not in a title race,
I don't know.
and we're a little bit. Yeah, hear me out. Wallah, I'll just take 10 seconds. Me and Egal say that Spurs aren't in a title race. I haven't asked Lewis, but I think Lewis also thinks Spurs are in a title race, right? You don't think they're in a title race, Lewis?
It's too early to say.
Too early.
Fair enough. But basically, me and Egal say that Spurs aren't in the title race, but because we're a little bit of an asshole about it, Staffy and Hamza are upset, even though they agree with us.
I hear it. Like this time last year, I was saying Arsenal weren't in the title race. I didn't acknowledge them until February, March.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah.
But you know what?
So
You
what
just
I'm
said
doing is
February,
fair, though.
March.
What you're doing is fair. It's way too early. It's even 10
Listen,
games into the
The
season.
thing is, the funny thing is, Staffy, neither me or Hussam have belittled what they've done to start the season.
We haven't.
Hussam hasn't. Hussam
No,
had a whole show
I've just
calling them
unpacked it.
imposter.
No, I'm talking about on
A
this stream.
whole
I don't know
show.
what he's talking about on other shows. I'm talking about on this stream.
By definition, if you think they want to be in a title race, you also think they're an imposter.
No, I don't think they're imposter. For what they're doing right now, they deserve to be where they are. But
They
you're
deserve
saying they're
credit.
imposter because
They
you're
deserve
saying they
credit
shouldn't be
for-
where they are now.
They deserve credit for winning the game.
And let me
They
tell you
usually
the
would
difference
drop
why
points in.
Liverpool's win wasn't dodgy.
One second.
because
They
I know you have
deserve
to go
credit
in a
for winning the
second.
games that they usually drop points in. Ange Postecoglou deserves credit for playing good football and doing what he's doing quickly with this Tottenham team. Madison deserves credit for seamlessly coming into the team and
Yes,
playing
100%.
well. Son deserves credit for turning his form around from
For
last
scoring
season,
goals,
playing
100%.
firing goals this
100%.
season. And the
100%.
defense deserves credit for a newly formed defense. Basuma playing top football. Their team deserves credit. No one here is belittling them. All we're merely saying is for the 38 game season, I don't think they have the
They
squad
won't
depth
be there come May
to
time.
continue
AKA, they're an
at this
imposter
level
right
for the
now.
whole season.
That's
Even if they only are playing in the FA Cup and the Premier League, I still believe they're going to drop points later on in the season. There are going to be injuries. There's going to be other issues. And how are they going to weather the storm when they get
So
sucker punched
let's
for the
wait
first time?
until that happens to slander them.
1 second.
What is so hard about
and
doing
me and
that?
you
Guess
are
what?
agreeing on
Guess
the
what?
outcome,
Until
though.
you get punched in the
We agree
face,
on the outcome,
until you
Staffy.
get
We
punched in the
agree.
face, we don't know what you're made of. So until the Tottenham get
So
punched
when
in
they
the
get
face,
punched in
we
the
will know what they're
face
made of.
and we can sit there and record them and scream world star, wait for that to happen and then we'll slander them. But to
Okay,
sit
so
here
we're not
and
gonna talk
slander
about-
teams when
So
they
then why
are
are we chatting
winning,
shit about-
that is hating.
So why are we talking about why are we talking about all these other teams and belittling them? Why are we talking
Who?
about Liverpool winning a game versus Everton, but then we're bigging up Tottenham? What are we talking about? Both teams
Wait,
won
I'm
2-0.
so confused what you just said.
You just
Okay, I'll
you
tell
just made
you
fun of
right now. Let
you
me
just
tell
made
him
fun
again.
of them winning
Just
against
one at a time
Everton.
so I can understand what
1
you're
second.
saying.
You just made fun of them winning against Everton. Are you
I
not
didn't.
discrediting?
I
the
said
team?
he doesn't call it jammy. I don't make fun of anyone when they win. How many times do I sit here and I make fun of people? I'm not that shame. People want to sit here and say I'm shameless. Really, go back and watch my content. I'm never shameless. I'm the number one person to shit on my team when they should be shit on, and I get called the league gunner of United. And then when I talk about other teams, I'm always told, "Oh, you just hate Arsenal. Oh, you just hate Chelsea. Oh, you just suck up the Spurs. This and that." People just don't want to listen. They want to listen to what I want to listen to, which is selective hearing. And I feel like they make up scenarios in their head. I am just saying,
Speaking of your
Spurs
own
is a
club,
we
team
could all
that
say
I
that.
beefed
We could
with
all
in
we
the
could all
beginning
have
of the
pity
season.
parties for
Listen,
people not listening.
I beefed with Spurs fans in the beginning of the season because when I came out and said we're gonna smack them, and then Bruno let me down, and in that first half, I still believe we should have been up 2-3-0. They came out after the game and they shit on me and they said you said it was gonna be an easy win, and then we beat for a good week. And then I let it drop because at the end of the day, they won. I moved on from that loss. I'm not going to hold that against them.
Because they humbled you. Because they humbled you.
They humbled you,
now,
exactly.
You're
So
now
if I
being
am sitting,
respectful.
here and I'm giving them praise after
There's
I
nothing
beat
wrong with
them,
that.
Exactly. So how
Okay,
can I give them
Staffy,
praise
let me
when they
ask you
deserve
one
it? You
genuine
It's
can't.
not about the praise.
Egal,
It's the
1
fact that
second. Because
You're
Staffy
lumping
just
us
said-
into a category we're
Staffy
not
just
in.
said I'm calling them jammy. Okay, Staffy, would you say your win against Sheffield was quote unquote lucky?
Facts.
Our win was lucky. No, it wasn't lucky. It wasn't pretty, but it wasn't lucky.
Okay, fair enough.
Against Sheffield.
But in football, hear
is
me
that
out,
lucky?
Egal, 1 second. In
What was
football,
lucky about
lucky
it?
wins exist. Lucky wins do exist in football. This is a thing. Adi, you can be lucky some
Yeah,
days
you
and
create
win.
your own luck as
Now,
well. So.
now what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is with Spurs, They've played the bottom 4 teams. They've had the easiest start. We haven't seen any adversity. And the one opportunity you all Hamza, you always do agendas. 1 second. The one
No, but
opportunity.
Hamza, speaking
the one
facts, they did play.
Yeah,
against
let
us.
me land. The one opportunity, the one chance you all sat there to watch Spurs against Liverpool. You saw with your own eyes. Maddison nullified. Spurs did fuck all. We had 6 shots. Then they sent off Curtis Jones. And with 10 men, we still scored. And we were still the better team. After that, I got 2 apologies from the PGML because of 2 shit decisions. And they had to win with a Matip 95th minute on goal.
The reason why, I already agreed with you.
10 seconds, let me land. The reason why the Liverpool win against Everton is not dodgy or jammy, Mr. Staffy, is because we had 26 shots, 6 shots on target, 80% possession, almost 800 passes and 12 corners. We hit the side netting, we hit the goal, Pickford made saves. If you're saying, if you're angry, be angry at Michael Keane. Michael Keane played volleyball. That's not the same.
I am not angry.
Yes,
I'm just saying you don't keep the same
That's
energy.
not the same.
That's all
Yeah, please hear me out. Please let me land. Wallahi, I'm getting to my point. That's not the same as me telling you, today I watched Spurs against Fulham. Fulham got to the goal about 10 times and every single time made the wrong decision. When I watched Liverpool-Everton, Calvert-Lewin had 1 header, 2nd minute. After that, you could have got Alisson Shisha. How are we comparing them? It's incomparable.
Let me say, they should have beaten Arsenal. Yeah, they beat you.
Oh my God.
No one said. What do you mean? Oh my God. What do you mean? Oh my God.
Arsenal could have been 4-0 up in the first half. Say the truth.
Oh my
Say the
God,
truth
bro.
for once in
Wallah,
your
what are
life.
we even doing here, bro? What are we actually doing?
You love to lie when it comes to Arsenal.
They should beat Arsenal.
You blame Odegaard on Norway not qualifying. You say Haaland should win Ballon d'Or.
It hurts you that how can Tottenham be above me at this stage? How can Tottenham?
They want to bully them, Hamza. They want to bully them. They want to bully them, Hamza. That's why.
They're above you as well, Hamza.
It hurts. It hurts.
They're above you. They're above you.
No, they're above me. Yeah, I put my hand up. That's why I respect them.
Yeah, but I'm not respecting them. I'm saying they will fall off.
But to me, for you to
why should I respect a shit club that's won nothing my whole life?
Hold on, but you can't call Leicester shit. You could have said the same thing about Leicester.
No. We've already given you context. Your problem is you're the biggest out of context guy. That season, Arsenal were crap, City were crap, United were crap, Liverpool were crap. The only team that was there, funnily enough, was Spurs. And Spurs couldn't beat Leicester to a league title. I'm supposed to think they can beat good Liverpool, good Arsenal, good City?
Yeah, they can beat us. They can beat us.
No, they can't.
They've always beaten us in their home. And to me, they've got to play Arsenal at home. And the way I've seen them, the way they came to Emirates, it makes me feel they're going to beat Arsenal. Fact. Yeah.
Okay. Are they going to win at Anfield? Be honest, Yalla.
No, I don't think so.
Are they going to win at Etihad?
No.
Old Trafford?
They could, yeah.
Stamford Bridge and at home to Chelsea. You know Chelsea always beat them.
Beat Chelsea in what in their ground.
So they lose away. Aston Villa at home. Are you seeing how Villa playing?
Yeah, they'll beat Aston Villa.
So even away at home, they're beating Aston Villa.
They'll
Same
beat
team
Aston
that
Villa.
6-1.
Beat Aston Villa. Ange is very clever. They'll be Aston Villa.
Okay, so if you're saying that, then you're basically saying Spurs will challenge. I'm saying Spurs. Yeah, what is this? You're saying they're going to beat everyone and they're going to be top 4? Yeah, this guy.
No, Hassan, no, I'm very careful with them. Very careful with them. And don't take them lightly. Like how I'm saying, I said about Liverpool. I don't disrespect my challenges. I respect every single one.
Okay, but with Liverpool, the signs are there and we've won before. But anyway, listen, khalas, I can't lie to you. Let me just.
Usam, I have to address one thing. Hamza, once again, Hamza, stop lying to the people because you belittle Arsenal every single stream, but you're saying you respect Tottenham. What are we talking about?
And his main thing is trophies, yet he's respecting Arsenal. Bro, he's respecting Tottenham. I can't lie to you. Listen, me and Staffy and Egal and Hamza, all 4 of us agree on the outcome. The reality is, me and Egal are just being assholes about it right now. That's the only difference.
I'm not even being an asshole.
I respect you for once for at least admitting it. You just said
I'm not even being an asshole.
I just wanted you to acknowledge it. And like Egal, come on, Egal, you're never gonna.
I actually gave more praise to Tottenham than everyone on the stream.
No, you were there saying you're gonna dunk on them like a couple weeks ago
What are we
when
talking
they
about,
faced you
bro?
in the
Are we talking about
Emirates.
this stream, or are we talking about every stream that I've done, or every video?
Bro, I'm
every
talking about
TikTok?
this season. What do you want me to talk about? Of course, I'm gonna talk about.
Bro, if we
more than
talk
just
about this
stream.
season, you said it yourself. You got humbled by Tottenham, hence why you're
Yes,
chatting
and at least
this
I can
way.
admit it. And at least I can admit it.
People are
No,
jealous.
I didn't get humbled.
Okay, can you
KD didn't
honestly
win.
say that Liverpool were
Honestly.
humbled by Spurs? Can you honestly say
No,
that?
but
Be
when
honest.
did I say that? When did I
Okay,
say
خلاص,
that? I
man,
said,
then I'm not
take
humbled.
that game away. If you
خلاص.
listen, here's my issue. If you would have talked about that game in isolation, I'd be like, you know what? I understand, because I'd be fuming too. When you sat there and you made that space and you were going crazy, I probably would have done the same. But that's
Thank you.
not the thing. The
was
thing
a
is
robbery.
that carried on since. And now it's starting to be mentioned. Oh, but they had the easy start. Oh,
No,
but
but
this.
that's
But that.
different.
Why didn't
No,
you say
it's
There's
that?
not
nothing to do
different,
with
because
VAR.
if you spoke about it in isolation, I'd be like, you know what? He has the right to say that. But we didn't speak about it in isolation. It's game week 9. They're on top of the table, and we're still hating on them. That to me is
Yeah.
hate. Anyone who thinks I am a hater, you are a hater, because you
No,
don't
I'm
wanna
fully
acknowledge
hating on
that
Spurs.
person-
I own
that
it.
person-
I admit it. 100%.
There you go. You owned it. But everyone else who thinks I'm defending them, I have no allegiance with Spurs. I couldn't give a shit about Spurs. If it was
Are you-
any other team
You're
that
jealous.
we don't respect that did that, yes, it's 100%
We
jealous. If
just
it was
found out from
Brighton,
this
I
team-
would have done the
we-
same. If it was
we
Newcastle,
found-
I would have done the
Hussam,
same.
we
Anyone
found
who's not
from this
expected
team-
to be there,
we
listen.
found-
If anyone is
Staffy,
unexpected to
simple
be there and they
question.
are there, I barely
Simple
got
question.
into Fenty talk today. Every
Simple
time I talk, I
question.
get interrupted.
Last year we weren't doing content together. Same time last season, this time, 9 games in. Did you have the same kind of words about Arsenal?
In terms
No,
of,
he just admitted. He said in February only. That's when you said admitted.
only until
Did you have
February.
the
I
same
said,
energy for Arsenal last season?
Okay, خلاص, fair.
but
fair,
I just
fair.
said that Spurs are not going to win the league. I actually did the same with Arsenal. I said they're not going to win the league.
So
I
why
kept
is
saying
it? So why is it? Why didn't you start with that when we talk about Tottenham? Does it take this whole
Wait.
thing?
These are two different things. You're asking me if they're going to win the league. I could say they're not going to win the league and not be a hater. The thing that would make you a hater is to say, oh, they don't deserve to be there right now. That's not what you're asking me. So you
Did
got to
you
be
say that
specific
about
with your
Arsenal?
What did I say?
Did you say that about Arsenal last season? Because clearly we don't have
Say
the record.
what? Are they gonna, what is your question? Say what? That they're going to win the league, or
What
they
you're
deserve to be
accusing me
right
and Hussam of doing, since you are apparently an
Which
Arsenal
is-
hater, did you say the same thing about Arsenal last season?
Victim mentality. Wow.
You keep saying the same question
No, it's not
again, but you're not being
victim mentality. It's coming
specific.
down to
What
a
are you
conclusion
asking
here.
me? Say what about Arsenal? Say that they deserve to be
Staffy, I'm
there?
literally, basically, he's
Simply
asking, are
put,
you me
simply
last
put,
season?
You're
that's
calling
fine.
us assholes and haters. Did you feel like you were critical of Arsenal before you gave heap them praise?
I wasn't doing contests, so how can I be critical of them?
That's why I'm asking you, because I don't have the records. I'm asking you, were you critical last season?
I said they're not going to win the league. But
So
at the
why are
time,
you
if you're
starting with that?
asking me,
Why are you starting with that? Because that's what we're doing. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
no, it's
We are
not
doing the same
completely
thing.
different. Wallah Azim, we're just going in circles at this point, and I gotta
No,
go.
because you're doing the same thing
I'm not
that you're
attacking you
criticizing
guys.
us about.
I'm not attacking you guys for saying that they're not going to win the league. I'm attacking you guys
No,
for
No,
not
but you're
giving them
not
praise for what they're
consistent.
doing at the
You're
now.
not consistent.
I am so consistent.
You're
that you
not
don't wanna see it.
consistent.
You're not seeing it, and you can
because
scream and I can
because
scream
we
back.
don't have the
The
records.
louder you get, it
didn't-
doesn't make you
one
right.
second. Because you didn't do YouTube last season, we don't have the records of what you said last season about Arsenal start to the season. Hence why I asked you, and me and Hussam are both asking you, were you critical of Arsenal before you heaped praise?
Can you lower the
Hence-
table, please?
And the first
Those
words
things
that
down.
come out of your mouth is they're not going to win the
Oh, no,
league.
down.
Hence why I am saying you are not consistent.
Wallahi, I've never heard so much waffle in my life.
It hurts
Wallahi,
Arsenal fans.
I actually
It
don't
hurts
even
Arsenal
understand what we're
fans
talking about
so
right now.
much.
I already said, are
I'm
they going to
not
win the
embarrassed.
league? No. If we would have came out here and said, you know what, and I don't expect you to say that because you're an Arsenal fan, but if we sat here and you're like, you know what, respect to what Spurs are doing. Hold on.
You're not understanding
Hold
me.
on.
I've never
No,
seen
you're
Egal
not
rattle
understanding
like
me.
this,
If
'cause
we
Staff-
just sat here,
Spurs are top of the
mention
league.
the Spurs
I've
segment
never
really
seen
quick.
Egal rattle like
If
this.
we would have just spoke about them quickly and we're like, you know what, kudos to what they're doing. I really don't think they're going to win the league, but they're doing really well right now. They're playing good football. They're picking up results, this, and that. We would have been done in 5 minutes. But you keep going back to Arsenal last season for whatever reason. I don't know why. Saying, was I critical?
What has it got
I am
to
not
do-
critical
what-
of Spurs to
What
be
has
critical of Arsenal
Arsenal
last
got to do
season.
with Spurs this
Okay,
season?
Hussam,
I don't
Staffy,
understand
you-
because that's what I'm saying. His
understand my
question
point.
doesn't
Can you
make
explain
sense.
it to him?
Okay,
Bro, the
Egal.
question doesn't
خلاص,
make
listen,
sense,
we
though.
need to we need to wrap up because Staffy has to
Okay.
go as well. Because big up TJ as well. I know TJ and Jacob are waiting. That's one of my favorite shows to watch as well. So I'll be in the comment section for that as well. So we're
No,
just gonna do
Jacob.
the super chats and then we're gonna wrap up. I think Egal, basically to just clarify what Egal meant. I think he basically says you were me last season, but Spurs and Arsenal just changed. Like basically, what I'm doing now about Spurs, he's saying you probably did it about Arsenal at the same time last season, which is fair.
Now, he's asking me if
Listen-
I did that. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was an advocate of Arsenal last season.
Yeah, okay, خلاص,
I
then
was
we agree.
expecting them. No, hold on, Egal. Stop acting like you
Like you ate.
discovered something. Like, oh my God, see, I got him here. What I am saying is, last season I didn't expect Arsenal to win the league until later, maybe in February, which is what I do with any team. I start talking about the title race then. However, I wasn't sitting every week hating on Arsenal throughout the way like you guys are doing with Spurs right now. That's the thing that you need to understand. I can firmly sit here and say they're not going to win. However, I'm not going to wait for them to win every game to say this was jammy, this was lucky, this was a heist, this is an imposter. That's the difference between me and you guys. Because I'm not even looking at
Staffy
them.
Staffy Egal. 1 second. Listen, Staffy would have to go in a second. I can't lie. These super chats, half of them are addressing you both. So let me just read them, and then we end the video, and then you guys will judge. I wanted to stay because we're gonna go to Staffy TV before I even read the super chat. 600 of you still in here even this time of the night. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing. All these great content creators, their channels are on the chat. Go subscribe to every single one of them right now. Show them love and support. We need Hamza at 1K so we can super chat him abuse whenever City lose the league this season. So big up to you guys. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. Let me just read the super chats quickly. Big up to Hassan who says, Hamza, there is no Gundogan to pick you guys this year. Who is going to get you the goals towards the end of the season? Without monologues, Hamza, who's gonna be your clutch player this season?
Julian Alvarez.
Fair enough. Big up to you. Big up to you, Hassan. Big up to you. Arsenal conceded versus 10 men Fulham. Spurs is greater than Arsenal, says Mike. That's fair enough. If you're taking that as the measuring stick, big up to you, Mike. Staffy, why are you always sulky? Habibi, cheer up, says Amr. Big up to you.
Omar thinks, Wallah Azim, I think Omar thinks he's my therapist. He's always telling me what mood I'm in. Omar, trust me, bro. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. More than you could believe.
Big up to you, Omar. If Liverpool lost all the defenders where you would be now, it's not. By the way, 2020-2021 season, I met the likes of Professor Hamza who told me, be quiet, Hamza. He told me injuries happen, get over it. So all I've done ever since then is keep the same injury for everyone. Hamza told Egal last season, injuries happen when Saliba and Gabriel and Partey were out. He says injuries happen. So this season I've made a rule. I don't give a fuck who's injured for whoever team. Wish you a speedy recovery. Deal with it. Simple as. Big up to you. Hamza, I apologize. Staffy has reached a new low. Big up to you. Staffy's ultimate hater. Big up to Pirate who says, Staffy, your team struggled against Sheffield. No need for you to talk. You're shameless. No need for you to talk to you, shameless brick. I've never heard that insult before.
Let me say something apart. Let me say something apart. Because as I said, if you have a big mouth and you back it with a big wall, I'll address you. You sat here for 2 hours and 12 minutes, and the only thing that you have to come back at my footballing arguments is that my team that we're not even talking about struggled against Sheffield. That's probably the worst $5 you could have spent. 2 hours, and that's the best thing you could have thought of. Have a good day, man.
I can't lie, you're doing in a better place had you just said F Staffy for $5. That's more respectful than this.
Such a waste. If you ever come at me when I talk about any other team with my team's form, or you mention my accent, just trust me, you're more of a loser than the super chat that you sent out, because this
I can't lie to you, Pirates. Just to unfuck up your fuck up, you need to send in a $10 super chat right now with fuck Staffy on it, because it's way better than this.
I'll respect that one. I actually
will respect that more. Big up to you, Pirates.
Actually, put F Staffy. Don't say the word so people don't report you, because I don't want you to get reported. But I just want you to prove that you're a man.
You know what? Tottenham fans will laugh.
Hassam, why do you fail to mention the chances we created against Luton and Fulham? You only want to mention that we're conceding chances. Ramy, no one is talking about your creativity. When I say Spurs were jammy and dodgy, I am talking about you conceding goals. Once again, I mentioned Lewis's watch along for a reason, because I was on Lewis's channel when he was doing the Luton game. In a period of 10-15 minutes, Luton, by the way, Adebayo had missed the season against Spurs. What are we doing here?
The only thing I'll say for him is that Luton, they did make a lot of chances before the red. After the red, it was just a stink fest.
Exactly. Luton Town. So I'm supposed to give you props for creating chances against Luton Town and Sheffield and Bournemouth. Grow up, man. Luton Town, they lost 3-0 to Chelsea. Burnley lost 4-1 to Chelsea. That's 7-1 in 2 games. Chelsea Football Club that you all mock. But I'm supposed to give Spurs credit. Big up to you, Ramy. Big up to Suleiman, who says the argument for Spurs from both sides are actually true. 2 sides of a coin. You can't hate or praise them. I hear you, Salimani. Fair enough, and thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Look, I think Staff is giving them too much praise, and I'm giving them too much criticism. So
I
we
didn't
just
give them
balance
any
it
praise.
out.
I just said respect them for winning. That's all I'm saying.
I think
What
I've
praise am
given
I
them
giving
more
them?
praise on this stream. than
Spurs can respect my Arab ass with a sand on it. Big up to
There
you,
you go.
Salimani. Big up to Omar, who says all fans do. Spurs did it last season. Kifaya BS says Omar. Big up to you, Omar. Hussam just proves Staffy lacks critical thinking, says Staffy. I don't know which part you're talking about, but thank you for the super chat. I see James. Oh my God, he's calling James Madison James Mascoin. You see the problem with this fan base. You see the problem with
That's
this is the
going
problem you can't
Come on,
deny.
Henry. You're better than
You're
that.
calling Madison Gascoigne Henry Wright TV. Big up Henry. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel. But Henry,
Big up, Henry.
you're waffling. You're waffling.
Yo,
mate.
by the way, Hussam,
Wallahi,
do you feel
wallahi,
like
you
Liverpool robbed
called
Everton?
Sabozlai the Hungarian Gerard, and you want to talk about being shameless.
No. I said he brought back the pride to the number 8 shirt after Keita fucked the pride off. So that's
Hussam, did you feel like you guys robbed Everton, by the way?
Wallahi, I gotta
no.
go.
We dominated Everton, and we would have beat them with 9 men. Never mind 10. Allison could have had Shisha. Everyone would have had a more solid argument had Everton created a something 11v11. They created fuck all. So I'm not. And by the way, for all the cringy Spurs fans going about, oh, would you ask for a replay? If we play a replay tomorrow, we'd still beat them. Big up to you, Henry Wright TV. Hamza, how do you give credit to a team that was gifted a win through corruption? Big up to you, Joe Cavalier. I can't lie to you. You cannot credit the Spurs win against Liverpool. That's just bullshit. Credit my ass. That was the biggest heist of the 21st century with VAR, before Lewis gets mad. Without VAR, it's Chelsea-Barcelona. Big up to Mbaye, who says, two things can be true at once. People are hitting on Spurs and Staffy is twerking for Spurs like Ice Spice. Khalas, guys. So you basically want to piss us both off. That's basically what you just said. So you said, fuck you both. Fair enough. Big up to you, Mbaye. Big up to Avicek, who says, Sam, if Arsenal last season beat relegate Southampton home and away in Bournemouth, they should have won the league. You have to beat bottom teams. Also, Sam shut about easy fixtures. First of all, no, I'm not going to shut about the easy fixtures. Second of all, yes, they should have beaten Southampton. Yes, they should have beaten West Ham. But because I've been in title races, I'll tell you this right now, playing relegated teams towards the end or relegation battling teams towards the end is just as difficult as playing a Big Six team. You don't know that because you are a billionaire from crypto as you're a Spurs fan, so you don't know how to act when you're in a title race. Big up to Tony Bloom, who says Arsenal didn't get credit until game week 25 from most people. Arsenal didn't get credit the whole year, bro. Never mind from game week 25. I'll be sorry with you. Staffy's ultimate here says, Hamza, please finish Staffy on Sunday or shut him up. We will see. We might even bring Hamza on the Ilahwa preview. We'll speak to Staff, inshallah, this Wednesday or this Thursday.
Asking
and finally,
a grown man to finish me off is crazy.
Hey, yo, where's
Yo.
Omar?
Boy.
Big up to Pro. What a name, Pro. He says Spurs has the easiest start because Spurs is a strong team. Every team playing against Spurs is having a hard run. I mean, that's BS because, once again, we mock Chelsea, and Luton and Burnley have lost to Chelsea, and by big score lines too. 4-1, 3-0. And I've seen Will, because Will loves stats. Fuck the stats, respectfully. I'm talking about eye test. And if you actually listen to what I'm saying, you keep saying one big chance created, yeah? And that's why I'm saying you're lucky. Because when they got to those dangerous positions 6, 7, 8 times, they always made the wrong decision. So it has nothing to do with big chances created. Anyway, shoutouts time. Big up Pro. Big up Lauren. Big up Chloe. Big up Mandy, James, Tony, Mike. Big up to Avicek. Big up to Hassan, Mbaye, Simon, Joe, Alex, AJ, Henry Wright. Make sure to go subscribe to him. Big up to IFL, Staffy's Hater, Salimani, Ramy, Pirate, Samba, Will. Big up to Will as well. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel. Big up to Futur, Omar, and NLF for the super chats. Big up to every single one of you guys for all the love and support you guys have shown us. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. All these guys' great channels are in the description, so go subscribe to every single one of these guys. We're going to go around the lovely panel right now. We are going to let them know. We're going to let them know. They're going to let you know what they have coming up. And before we even go to Staffy, stay on this video. I don't want you to go anywhere because it's going to redirect you to Staffy TV where you can go watch American Waffle, I believe it is, right?
No,
go ahead,
we're actually going to do the UEFA Champions League preview. It's going to be me and TJ. Steve bottled it, so it's going to be us two. But listen, we're us two are enough to carry on any show anyways. So make sure you guys wait here. And when everyone gives a shout out, obviously, as Sam said, it's going to redirect. But thank you for having me, bro. All the people in the comments crying, you can continue crying. I don't care. All my supporters, I'll see you guys when you move on to my channel in about 2 minutes. Big up for the show.
Yes.
Make sure you guys like the video on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to all these people. EPL, I see you there saying Staffy Sheldon was boring. There's about 2,000 people that disagree with you. So you can also hold that. And I'll see you guys. Take care, bro.
Love, bro. Have a
See you,
good
see you, see you. Staffy's channel is definitely not boring. I'm going to be in the chat as well. Big up to you guys in the chat. Big up to Egal. Thank you so much for joining us. The two warriors right here, Egal and Lewis. Egal, where can people find you, brother?
You guys can find me on Egal Talks Football. I'm gonna do a match reaction tomorrow after hopefully we beat Sevilla. I'm not gonna lie, European Champions League games are not the same. It's gonna be difficult, so we're gonna have to try to hopefully win. But hey, when it comes to today's show, I'm quite happy with it. I feel like Hamza and Staffy were on the back foot today, and I was the one that dropped points. So I'll take that as a W.
100%. Lewis, my brother, where can people find you?
Yeah, we're going to be live with Henry at 3 p.m. tomorrow, so keep a lookout for that, guys. And then in the evening, we have the Arsenal and Man United hate along. So stay tuned. Let's hope both teams lose. Big up.
I hope so. I hope so as well. Specifically, man, I can't lie to you. Actually, no, I need Man United to win because I want them in the
And they can
Europa.
both lose. They can both lose.
No, but United in the Europa will be so much fun, especially given the fact we work with Flawless, who's one shameless bastard. So,
yeah.
Oh, that's see 4D chess. I'm gonna need them in Europa at least.
I need
That's my-
Liverpool
Can I ask you a
United in the
question?
Europa now. you
Sevilla
mentioned it.
away. Sevilla away.
I
in
need
the
a Baku
Champions League.
between me and Man United. Imagine I beat them 7-0 in a Europa final. Oh my god.
Let me ask you guys
my-
this: if you guys were
Oh,
facing
that
Sevilla
outgoes
away
back-
right now, how confident would you be?
If what?
If you're in
If
my
what?
position right now, how confident would you be?
Going into the Sevilla game,
Yeah.
wouldn't be
cautious
confident.
optimism. Cautious. Because that Chelsea game would have worried me a lot.
Yeah, so I'm like, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to smash Sevilla. Sevilla on any day could get the draw result. So I'm going to
100%.
go into that game very worried.
100%. No, I
Very
agree with
worried,
you.
but you guys should expect you guys to go there and win. But
You
same
know
thing.
what? The odds makers
I
are
predicted
expecting
Sevilla
a
to
draw.
win, Loki.
The bookies are expecting a draw.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry,
really
I
hard to
predicted
predict this
Sevilla
one
win.
because I don't know which Arsenal's going to turn up.
Hey, listen, I've been Sevilla away. I've seen clubs go Sevilla away. That ain't easy. That's a team, regardless where they are in the league. In Europe, they turn up. But anyway, we'll see
Certain
what
teams
happens.
won
Big up to
4-0.
Lewis, Egal, big up to Staffy, big up to Hamza. All their channels in the description. Stay here so it will redirect you to Staffy TV because I'm gonna be in that chat as well. Love my Habibis. Like, subscribe. Love all of you guys. I'm see you guys tomorrow, inshallah.